All right, snowboarders of the internet, we're back for round 4 of the Friday the 13th, 11th anniversary live streams. Thanks for tuning back in. This is Angry Late Night, where shit gets weird and I wear yellow tinted glasses. So there you go. They're not gunner glasses, they're blue blockers because my eyes are fucking fried from being in front of the lights all day. If you have not swung over to Angrysnowboarderstore.com and bought yourself a mystery box, you need to do that. There are 5 left. Sizes are limited. I believe we are out of the large and medium. So there's small, extra large, and double XL boxes left. If you use the code STREAM2, you can save yourself 11% off the purchase. I will have another promo code that I will drop later in this live stream. If you have questions, put them over in the chat, and I will definitely be jumping on there. Right now, I want to let you all know that I got literally the dumbest fucking comment of the day from some fucking idiot defending Ruroc helmets. Like this is literally the stupidest thing. This guy's trying to defend Ruroc helmets, which are fucking awful. Awful. And the best part is how he starts this comment to us. He's like, y'all are surprisingly dumb. He used y'all and then said we're dumb. He sounds like an illiterate fucking hillbilly. Who the fuck defends Ruroc helmets? And then the best is his argument is, check your product and the reviews of other professional snowboarders before you give your opinion. Yes, we should believe the people that are fucking paid to use the shit product. Let's endorse the people that decided to take the $80,000 contract from Ruroc so that they could do it. Like, literally, they were paid $80,000 to endorse a shit-ass product, so we should take their word for it. That's like saying that Ray Liotta and e-cigarettes are perfect. You fucking chud. This is what I deal with every day, people. Stupid people defending stupid products. It's like the guy that keeps fucking trying to give me his phone number to call him about step-on bindings and how he's got non-disclosure agreements and he designed them all. I just literally don't give a fuck. So, yeah. Anyways, if you haven't signed up for Angry Snowboarder VIP and you want to support us, swing on over to angrysnowboarder.vip. Check that out, and we're going to start diving into some questions. Justin Watley, what is your thoughts on public snowboards? I haven't ridden any yet. Quality-wise, when I was looking at them in the shop, they seem pretty solid, on par to other things. Price points seemed okay. They did seem a bit narrow, which was the one thing that I noticed when I was looking at them. That's about all I can say. Colby Morris, does the box give you any Famunda cheese? No. I could give you some chode cheese if you really want, though. If you want chode cheese, I've got you on that. Let's see. Going into the next question, we got Keith Morrison. How much overlap is there between your Cool Bean and Backslash? Worth having both if you have a Cool Bean already? The only thing that overlaps in it is that it's a short wide. The Backslash is a lot softer, especially torsionally. It's more park versatile. It's really like a board that I can go out and smash pow all morning and then go hit the park, and it's got a park friendly flex, whereas the Cool Bean is way stiffer and takes more drive to get it through turns. It's a little more surfy and everything like that. Yeah, so let's see. Oh, Jeff DeMoose is back. He wants everyone to know. All right. Rackram asks, don't hear much about switchback bindings. How do they stack up against the competition? To be honest, I fucking don't like them. They're Fisher Price bindings. I'll just be honest. That's how they feel. Their whole scheme is that you can pop and play all the pieces and play mix and match. They have a wide platform. The first couple of years, they had a really bad injection mold, so the heel cups would get a bubble in them when they were forming. In the shop that my friend owned, I'd say like 1 out of every 4 switchbacks, I mean literally right and left, 1 out of every 4 would snap. And so we were cannibalizing parts from other ones until the warranties could come in and play and mix and match with it. I did ride the new ones that have metal in them. I didn't like them. The review will be out next month. So, I mean, if you're looking at bindings, there's just better stuff on the market. So there we go. Churning Park, have you tried the 32 binary boots? And if so, how was the stiffness and did you like them? I don't try boots. I don't review boots because boot reviews are fucking pointless. The best boot is the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. It's a very basic double bow boot from what I remember. I've looked at it, pulled it apart. It does have a wider platform to it. So if it fits your foot shape and it fits your needs, it's probably what you're ideally looking for. I see we're up to 40 people concurrently in the stream. If you have questions, just keep putting them over in the chat right there. And I promised at the end of the last stream I would talk about the time my friend double corked and shit himself. It was pretty amusing. He basically did a double flip to the knuckle of jump 4 in freeway and butt checked so hard he straight lined it to the bathroom, and we were all like, where the fuck did he go? And he comes back and he's all fine, but he pooped himself. Little turd shot out of his butt. And because he hit so hard, it caused his sphincter to release and he crapped his pants. I feel like more people crap their pants snowboarding than they actually let on. In Todd Richards' book P3 that I have here, there's actually a whole chapter devoted to him shitting himself on television. If you haven't read P3, I highly recommend picking it up. It's a great book, great read. So there, we got the first super chat of Angry Late Night from Michael Tai. Win. Tacos are on me. Would enjoy a video of you riding. Keep up the great work. Well, we're working on something. We'll have something for you later this year. Right now, a lot of people keep asking. I just literally don't like riding with a camera and having to film, and then it's like, oh, look, a selfie shot. Oh, look, a wide pan shot. I ride alone so much, but we're going to put something together. I'll show you guys like what a basic run is for testing a board, so you guys can get an idea of like how I test things and stuff like that. Also, we'll be doing various meet and greets. So you guys maybe can meet up with us. I should be on the East Coast at some point this winter for Hell Track at Big Boulder. I'm going to do something at Powder Mountain, and then I'll be tooling around the West Coast for a little bit. Gatorade's got electrolytes. It's what plants crave. Carlos Enrique for toilet papers with the super chat. Hey, man, shit tickets aren't cheap. So there we go. Let's see what we got here. Jonathan Poison, going into my second season with step-ons on a real mod, loving the setup so far, still hate the step-ons? Fuck yeah, I hate the step-ons. It's fucking pointless. It's great. I mean, if the boot fits your foot and that's what you need, sure, I need more performance from a boot and a binding. I can't get that from anything that they offer. And I'm a lazy snowboarder. I am fucking lazy. Like, I will not hike for anything. I'm like, I could hike that or I could just take the chairlift. I'll take the chairlift every time. So Tom T, 5 o'clock in the morning here. So all mountain twin with most snap and massive edge hold. That would be the Jones Mountain Twin, the Eric Jackson Hot Knife. Let's see what else is in there. You could always go with an interior plane project, Hanali as well. Those three would definitely stick out as having solid edge hold. Fizzled Friday the 13th, Snowboard Late Night, and a couple of cocktails in, stoked for the season. You also forgot it's a full moon tonight, too. So they've got that going on. No waning gibbous or whatever going on. Paul WB, what's with no bad days boards being so cheap? So Kevin and I actually talked about it in the last podcast, and I was about to drop a video yesterday. I just didn't get time to put it up from the podcast. It's a cash grab. They are financially struggling when companies do that. It is an old mold. They took down all the tech specs for it. And when I was looking at it, the biggest size was like the 157, and it had a waist width of like 24.6, which is ungodly narrow this day and age. So it is definitely an old mold, and they're probably using old materials in it. It's a way to keep the company afloat, but anyone that buys that, it's buyer beware. Like, those things are going to ride like shit. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're not going to be a good board. They'll be okay. It'll be a snowboard. It'll get you down the hill, but it's not going to be anything mind-blowing. Okay, what do we got here? Dude Guy Man 77. Yeah, come over to Bear Summit or Mammoth. I haven't been to Big Bear in, I think I was like in my mid-20s the last time I was there. So it's been like a decade since I've been there. I definitely want to get out that way. I've been to Mammoth, but I've never ridden Mammoth. I've been to the town. It's dirty. It's very dirty. I didn't like it. I mean, like literally, it was like a dust bowl when I was there. We were driving back from Patch Fest on the backside of Mount Rose up in Tahoe, and the car we were driving, its four-wheel drive seized up and put it into a creep mode, and we ended up having to crawl like at 5 miles an hour till we could get cell service, and then call a tow truck, and then get towed to Mammoth, and then we rented a U-Haul and drove in a U-Haul back to LA, and then I took a flight and left. I definitely, since it's on my icon, I want to get out there to Mammoth. It's on the lift, or on the list of things to do. So let's see what else we got here. Buck Choi, GNU just released a 152 wide headspace this year. Think snowboards are going wider, got large feet, so need wide, but shorter boards. I think what we're actually seeing is the effects of volume shifted boards are transitioning into other boards. Like for the longest time, it was like everyone wanted to be like back in the 90s. It was like narrow waist, narrow boards, just suck it up, riser plates, all this shit. Now it's like, dude, we can have a wider board and it works. You're getting the same surface area as something longer and narrower. So I think we're going to see a lot more boards going wider for sure. Johnny Snipes, have you heard of that Aussie Company 5? I see them and Marhar are the rare few that offer custom boards. Yeah, so 5 like came back. It's really weird how they do things. I think their boards are made at GP87, or they were. I'm not sure where they're being made now. They have a lot of molds and a lot of weird shapes and stuff that they used to have. I know some people that have ridden some of their stuff and said it was solid. So, yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, Brandon Adkins. Which Friday the 13th movie is your favorite? Jason Takes Manhattan. I love Jason Takes Manhattan. Especially when the kid's boxing him up on the roof and he's just like going all in and doing it. And then Jason just like clocks him and his head just flies off into the dumpster. And then he gets killed by toxic waste. I fucking love that. Although Jason Lives is really good when he gets struck by lightning. But then he's got to deal with it's like Firestarter meets Jason in that. Although you can't go around with the original Friday the 13th because you get Kevin Bacon, and everything's better with a little Kevin Bacon. But the remake is funny because you get Trenchcoat Jason too, and Trenchcoat Jason is just super funny to me. I was like, why is this motherfucker wearing a trench coat? So but pretty much any of the Friday the 13th movies that have Kane Hodder in it are my favorites. When Friday the 13th the game came out for PlayStation, I was probably one of the first people to have it. I literally made it to the top level in that game and would just own people. I love Friday the 13th. I would love them to remake it and remake it right, or come talk to me. I got some script ideas. So also, if you're on YouTube, there's a great Friday the 13th fan film. It's like 40 minutes long. It's definitely filmed in California. Really, really well shot. I can't remember what it is, but it is a fan film. If you Google or if you search Friday the 13th fan film here on YouTube, you'll find it. I recommend it. It's a solid watch. So, all right. So we got Churning Park and Raul Duke talking about wrist guards. How do you feel about wrist guards? Should I get them? And Raul's saying, if you have past injuries, run guards. Let me show you my wrist here, guys. So watch my wrist. This is not normal. It's popping. I don't run wrist guards. So the thing is, wrist guards move from damaging the wrist to creating a break point right up in here on them. They're also bulkier. They impede movement and stuff. They feel weird. I mean, every time I see someone starting out and they're all decked out in gear, and believe me, I see stupid people wearing knee pads outside their pants and shit, full blown, vert skating pads and elbow pads and stuff. And I'm like, you not gonna no. You just need to learn how to balance a little bit better and stuff. I'm not a fan of wrist guards. I think that they do more damage than good in snowboarding. So, yeah, hopefully that answers that question. Let's see what we got here. What's next? What's that red board to my back? So this right here is the 176 Nidecker gun. It's a Terry Kuntz design, so it's part of their snow surf line. But yeah, so it's part of the snow surf quiver right there. It's got that weird little tail to it. Basically, it rides like a Jones Lone Wolf without the swallowtail on it. The review of that should have finished soon. We got a super chat coming in from Jack the Stripper Ripper. What's a good mid-range binding? Bang for your buck. I ride medium flex boards, medium stiffness boots, all mountain freestyle, and park riding. Dude, the wrist click. Jesus. Yeah, the wrist. Haven't shown you guys the collarbone or the hip yet, so save those for another time. If you're looking like for a mid-range flex, good price point, so you probably want something in like that $230 range. I always feel like the K2 formula is a solid one if you can get over the 3-degree canting. The Nitro Phantom or the Team are kind of in that range, give or take. I think there's like the Team Carbon, which is more expensive. Burton Cartels, because you can always pick up a Cartel last year for cheaper. Union Force is on there. You could go with one of the Arbor bindings, but like I said earlier in a previous stream, they had issues last year. According to a lot of you guys, I never experienced them or saw it firsthand. But that would potentially be something too as well. Yeah, so I think those would be it. Let's see what else we got here. Kevin Ma, is it bad to leave bindings attached to your board when you're storing it or not riding it for a long period of time? Only if you're like leaving it in a spot where it's like sitting in the sun and getting moisture and all sorts of shit. I mean, if it's just sitting in a closet, it's probably fine. If you're really worried about it, just loosen them a little bit. But by and large, as long as the board's been completely dried off before you stored it, and that's the thing is like a lot of people will throw their board into storage and there's still like moisture underneath the bindings, and that's how the inserts get rusty and shit like that. For me, like most of my stuff has been stripped down so I can just flat stack it under the bed for the 2 months that I don't use it anymore. But if you leave it in the sun or place where there's moisture or heat affecting it and it's on there, yeah, you can have some issues. Let's see what else we got. I know I missed a few up here earlier. Let's see. Hey, let's see. We're missing someone? Got a few people retracting messages. What's that about, you bitches? Just say it. Own it. We got it. Tom T, I'm fat. So Ultra Mountain Twin then? If you want to go ultra stiff, sure, and lightweight, you could definitely go with the Ultra Mountain Twin over the regular Mountain Twin like I talked about previously. Kind of really depends on like what you're looking for performance-wise out of the board. Let's see. Think we're kind of caught up on questions. NQ, did the simulator knock off the Westmark as one of your favorite all mountain boards? Well, I don't view the Westmark as an all mountain board. It's a park board that I ride around the rest of the mountain because I'm just fucking lazy and don't want to take anything off. But to answer your question, there is a simulator back there, and that is definitely not going back to Capita. I'll probably just put an envelope with some money in it and be like, I bought it. It's mine. I keep now. The other boards that you sent me, you can have, but I keep this. Get back. So, Drew Wisner with the super chat. How many pro riders do you think actually ride their pro model off the rack? Maybe Kevin could do a segment where you strap him to an e-jack and push him down a 60-degree slope to see if it's legit. They don't. I've got a lot of friends that are pro or semi-pro, and I know a lot of the pros, and they'll even tell you they're like they pick their boards up at different places. Like they're not shipped to them, or they have them custom made. Like a lot of the Burton guys, their stuff is made at the Craig's facility. A lot of the Mervyn guys, they have stuff custom made for them. It might be the graphics, but the internals are completely different. It's always been that way. It's going to always be that way. They ride at such a higher level than the rest of us that they don't need it. I mean, when my friend Dylan was riding for Rosinal, they were going to build him a pro model, which is what the first generation of the Blackboard that they, or the Black Ops that they did. That was going to be his pro model, and it was not. I remember that because I rode it, and then I also rode like what they did for a production model, and they rode entirely different. Like he needed way more carbon because he was snapping like 12 boards a season, you know. So, Jeff Demus 776. What bindings would you recommend for the Rossi saw blade for under 200? Pick up some last year ones on clearance. That's the best deal that you're going to get right there. So, you know, I would put like a Burton Malavita on there, maybe a Rome DOD or a 390, something like that. What else is out there? Whatever you do, don't put Rosinal bindings on it. Rosinal bindings are trash. I love Rosinal as a company, but they really need to fix their fucking bindings. They're trash. So, yeah, there. Michael Anderson, I've never bought a boot before. How do I know which fits best? Okay, so Michael, you're going to go to my channel, and you're going to go look for Boot Fitting 101 playlist, and you're going to click play on that, and you're going to watch every video in there. There's like about 26 videos. In that, you should learn exactly how a boot is supposed to fit and everything. Otherwise, I'm just reiterating the same points over and over and over again. And I constantly have to do this in this video. It'll just blow my vocal cords out. It's way easier. I've got a whole video dedicated to it in there. So go watch that. Check it out. I think you're going to be completely solid. Oh, God. Carlo Marasigan's in here. Best all-around board for a 5'5", 162-pound Pacific Islander, sticking with the K287 for POW days. Listen here, motherfucker. You will ride whatever I give you when you come to visit, and that will be it. You have no say anymore in what boards you pick. You just get what we give you. Actually, bud, if you get a chance, go pick up a ride algorithm. I think like probably 152, 154 would be solid for you for way you ride and for when you come out to visit. So, yeah. No. So, there. Let's see. Johnny Snipes, I don't know if I said this earlier, but thoughts on mini disc versus regular disc for bindings. Been loving the mini disc system on the Stratus. So here's the thing about mini disc. Like it lessens that dead spot, so you get more lateral play in there. If you're one of those guys that really likes a surfy turn and more feel underfoot, then it makes sense. Like I'm a little more old school, so I like a bigger disc. I like that big dead spot because I'm used to flexing on the outside of the bindings. It's just something I have. And I'm not saying that I fully hate mini disc because I really did like that Rome Black Label binding. God, I love that binding. It's just $550 price tag. I don't know if I can justify it. But yeah, if it comes down to like that personal preference and how much more flex you want to get. I do think mini disc makes more sense on a channel board, which is probably why I like the Targa, because I had it on my the Black Label because I had it on my Endeavor Archetype, and that board with the channel on there, it just gave more flex underfoot. So let's see what else we got. Oh, fuck, marry, kill, Todd Richards, James Beastie from the Good Ride, and Heldor Helgeson. Okay. I would fuck Heldor Helgeson, marry Todd Richards, because look, that man's like 150 years old and he looks like John Bon Jovi. He hasn't aged. Our children would be beautiful. And then you got to kill James. He brings no benefit to society. So, yeah, right there. That's an easy one. Buck Choi, necessary to set your stance back on the War Pig riding powder? No, not necessarily. Like I've been riding a lot more powder twins lately, and it's pretty interesting to do that. So you really makes your pow butters a lot easier. Plus, I think there is a 3/4 setback or a half setback on the War Pig already, because I know it's not true twin, if I remember correctly. There's like a slight setback on it. So let's see what else we got here. Brandon Adkins. Rozzy boards are solid in general, though. Hope so. Bought a Jibsaw for this. Dude, you made a solid choice. Jibsaw is a great board. Rosinal boards, 100% dialed. Rosinal bindings, they're still using the same like mounting discs from fucking 1998. Like the binding line needs a drastic overhaul, but they don't want to put the money into it. And they keep trying to soft launch a boot line. The boards are fucking phenomenal though. The boards are super, super solid. Tom T, if you ever want to come to Sweden, Evian, you are now formally invited. You can try my coming Yonex, mostly through moguls, of course. Then I'll beat you at badminton. I thought Yonex was a tennis company, not a badminton racket company. All right, let's see what we got here. I think I'm missing another one. Dude Guy Man 77, what do you want to be more mainstream in snowboarding besides width at the inserts? I would like snowboarding media as a whole to understand how starved for attention like all the snowboarders of the internet are and create more of a sense of community around things. Like I've started to realize in the last year how much the community around that supports me and allows me to do more projects allows me to grow. And I think what happened when you see like Yobeat going under, Transworld going under, you see the demise of White Lines and Onboard and Empora over there in Europe and how they're suddenly promoting like people that survive gun violence and are ultra runners and shit that has nothing to do with snowboarding. I think we're seeing it diminish. We're seeing more people embrace outside online, which is just bullshit because you can't support a company that writes articles about how snowboarding's dying left and right, and they're pro about that. And then suddenly it's like, hey, we want your money. Give us your money, and we'll promote your brand just because they have an audience. I think snowboarding, the fractured community sense of snowboarding as a whole, is something that I want to see fixed. Like I'm working on some stuff. I need to make the announcement video. See if we can do it. I'd rather go all in on what I have in my mind that I've been working on for months now and get it done and finalized because I think we could like really change the whole direction of snowboarding and it would affect everything from the media, the manufacturers, to people that snowboard, to snowboarders, to everything on down and make snowboarding as a whole a lot stronger. Let's see what we got here. I think we're Young Gersh, best pow board for big drops. You want something with a decent tail on it. So you're talking something like the GNU Mueller, the Libtech Swiss knife, the Rosinal XV solid, not the split. You want something like a Jones flagship. You can get away with like a Mind Expander if you really wanted to, or even a Storm Chaser, but it's not that. I mean, you really want something that's going to stomp. Snowfisk makes some really great boards for it. The Endeavor Maverick comes to mind. Let's see, Burton Skeleton Key as well would be pretty solid. I mean, there's a lot of options out there. So let's see what we got going on down here. Let's see what we got here. Paul WB, ever skied? I had to for a half day once when the mountain was out of snowboard rentals. It was a bloodbath. The last time I ever put skis on my feet was the winter of 1984. I was 2 years old. It was at Kissing Bridge in Western New York, in Colden, New York. So it's like about half hour, 40 minutes south of Buffalo, New York. I made it to the top of the tow rope T-bar thing with my grandmother. I promptly took them off, threw them at her, pretty much said this sucks, sat on my ass, and scooted my butt all the way back down to the lodge. And that was the last time I ever skied. I have no ambition to fucking ski. So, yeah. So, Jake XSV, you ever thought about doing reviews of viewers' setup, board plus bindings? Like we ship them over. Wonder if that's expensive. Yeah, that is a very expensive thing to do. Shipping prices have drastically gone up. What was it? The last time I shipped 3 snowboards that weighed like I don't even think it was like 14 pounds, and it was only going like 4 states or something. It was like $65. I shipped a snowboard to New York for the guy that won the board contest, and that was like $41. It gets pricey for sure. What I've always been joking about with Kevin is that we want to do reviews of other people's board reviews. So like we literally just review a review and talk shit on it, because I think that would be really, really funny. Let's see. I think there's a question right here I just missed. Oh, yeah, we got a super chat from Drew Weisner again. If you were ordering a custom board, what would you look for from the company making it? Got a custom last season and really disappointed with the quality. So one, I would always look at the company that's doing it and look at what model it's based off of. There's a bunch of companies out there that are making really janky custom ass shit that's whack as fuck. So like Marhar does a custom board, they do custom lumberjack stuff like that. You're essentially using their custom molds or their stock molds with a custom graphic. It makes sense. Wired snowboards, it makes sense. It's not going to ride exactly like the stuff I reviewed, because the stuff I reviewed came from China, because their mass produced stuff comes from China. But the one-offs are hand laid up in there. Mervin, I think they still do the design your own board as well. The big thing is find a company that is reputable. You want to make sure that it's something that has a history of actually making a solid product. It's not like what is it, that custom cult company? They're like, we can make it fully dialed to your specs, and then they're like, you're limited to these sizes and these molds. And I was like, so if I want a 154.2, I can't get a 154.2 centimeter? Like, come on, man. And there's also like a bunch of companies that are offering design your own, and then what they do is they throw it in with their mass ordered stuff from like low end quality factories in China. And it's just literally your graphic, and it's like they didn't. So when you're proofing a graphic, you should probably do it about 4 times, going back and forth between the company to make sure you've got it in the right, the right format, and that the colors are everything, because there's going to be bleed, there's going to be like issues with it, and you got to know what specs you're getting with it. So we were talking about doing like a custom one-off Angrysnowboarder lumberjack with Marhar, and it was literally just going to be, everything was going to be stock except for the graphic, and I knew what we were going to get with that. Like that's consistently the exact same, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. I talked to Telos back here about doing a custom Angry backslash as well, and they were like, do you want to change anything? And I was like, base graphics can stay the same, it can just be flat black, it's just a top sheet graphic difference, that's it. And they were like, oh, okay, that's fine, But I've had other companies reach out to me in the past and be like, we want to make you a custom board. And I'm just like, no, you make shit. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question for you. Let's see. Brendan Adkins, speaking of shipping, how much do these mystery boxes weigh? I think the rough estimate of the mystery box was it was going to be like somewhere between 5 and 11 pounds, depending on which items are in there. Because it's not a universal weight per box, just because like item sizes and stuff and availability of different things and what's going to be in there. But there will be plenty of items in there. That's why the shipping was a little more pricey on it. And I wanted to just make sure that, like, because I've had some issues with shipping lately, that everything's going to get where it needs to be. I see we're up to 65 concurrent viewers. I'd really like to see this hit 100 like we did earlier, but who knows? It's Angry Late Night, motherfuckers. Let's see what's going on here. Fizzle, top 5 manufacturers. We did that already last time we did live streams. So let's see. What else we got here? NQ, actually, that's a good question. Which boot brands run narrow and what brands run wide? So anything that's European tends to run a little bit wider. So your deluxe boots are wider. Vans got overhauled this year, but they tended to have a wider forefoot. Certain K2, certain Ride are a little wider in the forefoot, but narrower in the heel. Solomon tends to run narrower. Adidas runs wider. Flow tends to run a little bit wider. They're a little more European, especially these days with Nidecker owning them. 32 is wider as well. Burton is a mix of mid to wide in there. They don't really have anything narrow except in their women's stuff. So hopefully that answers that question. Let's see what we got going on here. Fizzled, any changes to the box knife for this year? Graphics. It was a graphic change this year, I believe, is the only thing that really happened with it. Okay, Buck Choi, one last question. Going to Japan to board for a week, would you bring both Battalion Evil Twin and War Pig or just the War Pig? Probably just the War Pig, I guess, if I had to out of those two. I mean, I really see no reason to take a park board to Japan. You're going there POW hunting, unless you're going like really late season in the spring. I just see no reason for it. It's not a reason. Plus, when you get over there, if you really have to, you could always just demo something. I'm not sure what the cost of rentals demos are over there, if you can bribe them with Saki or Sapporo or whatever it is, because I assume Sapporo is the PBR of Japan. But most demo shops, you can usually bribe them with something like that. So we got Jason Moore here with, have you ever ridden any spline snowboards by Justin Lamoureux? No, I've heard of them. Aren't those pressed at Pryor? I thought, maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, not too sure. Let's see. Jack Ripper, thoughts on 3BT style technology? If you're talking 3BT specific, they have, what is it, like 5 different versions of it, I think. Might be 6. Some of it's good, some of it's ass. It's hit or miss, and part of it is also the flex pattern on the board, how that works with everything, whether or not the flex pattern is working in conjunction with the side cut and the 3BT that's on there. Now, if you're talking like other companies that do like a scooped nose or anything like that, there's a lot of them, they're not as aggressive as 3BT. Like Marhar has that sideways rocker, and everyone's like, oh, I can feel it. It's 1.5 millimeters. Like, if I ride hundreds of boards, if I can't feel it, you can't feel it. It's not designed to be felt. Like Burton has a scoop in there. Some of the Moss boards are slightly beveled up at the contact points. So, yeah, there's a bunch of different things going on there. Let's see what else we got here. Jeff DeMoose 776. What are your thoughts on the Morrow Radium? My first, I have none. You probably bought a price point package, and that's what Morrow has been. I think they still make boards for places like the House for weird closeouts and stuff like that. It's a price point brand. It's just, if you're talking like a Morrow from way back in the day, maybe. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Joe Stazzone. Wrote in before with this question. I don't believe you got to it. Sorry for a repeated question. But was wondering your opinion on a Lumberjack X for an East Coast board, being that it's a powder board. So it's going to have actually exceptional edge hold. It's a powder board that you can ride the rest of the mountain with. It's just really super wide. It is going to be freestyle focused. You're still going to have buttery tips in there. If you're looking for an ultra wide cambered board that you can ride anywhere. Like if you have like a size 13 foot, go for it, because it's not going to ride. It's not going to have like as many advantages in it, but it's a really, really solid board for sure. So let's see what else we got going here. Let's see what else we got going here. I'm missing a question here. Oh, Caden Quinn, thoughts on POW surfers, the bindingless kind? I mean, it's interesting. It just doesn't intrigue me as because like I have to chase the thing if I fall off, and you have a leash, and I don't want to wear a leash. And I don't know. I've got a couple friends that make POW surfers and stuff. To me, it's never going to replace snowboarding, but it's like a novelty thing. Let's say you're up for the weekend, staying somewhere. There's a wind hold on the mountain or whatever, and you got one of those, and there's a little hill behind the place where you're staying or whatever. You can go hike it and ride it. But to me, it's not something where I'm like, I look at them and I'm like, I want to ride one. I'm just sort of look at them like, okay, and just walk on. So yeah, that's kind of where I got that. L-Stacker Adventures, you almost made it to 10K. Fuck, dude. The second we hit 10K, I get a pay raise from Google for all the ads they play. I think I bump up to like 15 cents a video instead of 5. It'd be amazing. Love getting raises. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, yeah, Buckjoy, if you're going to Japan, like Raul says, go hit the Gentum showroom, but you should also check out brands like Moss, TJ, November. There's a bunch of brands that are like Japanese specific that you can't get outside the country that I would kill to ride. So if you can find a showroom, Offshore Snow Shapes too. I think they're up in Niseko as well. You should try to hit them up. But go ride some of that stuff and just check out some totally different boards. But if you're going to go ride a Gentum, try to find one that's mass produced, not the stuff that they hand built. The word on the street is the stuff that they hand build is a little more janky than the stuff that's mass produced and has a weaker side cut to it. So yeah, there we go. Let's see what else we got going on here. I think we missed a question or something up here. Man, everyone is all about Donic on here these days, and it's like, dude, they're kind of a nerd brand around here. Let's see what we got going on. Johnny Snipes, never put skis on my feet, never will. Keep it that way. Who is Orlando? Best park board for someone 5'5", 195 pounds. What kind of park are you riding? Are you looking for a jib noodle, all-around park riding? If you're looking for like a jib noodle, my choices would be like the DC Ply, the Interior Plane Project, Haro. You could do like a Capita Horoscope if you really want to get super soft, or like a Battalion Wally, even the Battalion Evil Twin. If you're looking for like a more well-rounded park board, Capita Outsiders, Capita Simulator. Let's see what else is out there. I'm trying to blank here. Oh, the Rome Buckshot, or you could even do the Rome Mod if you want something that's like really going to jump a bunch. Oh, here we go. We got a good question from Jack Ripper. If you could change one thing about the snowboard industry overnight, what would it be? I would get rid of every poser fuck that's in a position of power that doesn't snowboard, that sits down in San Clemente and extols about snowboarding and how they love it, but really they just want to wake up, grab their fucking latte, and hit the beach and surf. They snowboard 30 days a year, and they're trying to sell a whole lifestyle to it. I would make it so that if you want to run a snowboard company, you have to ride as much as possible, and you have to genuinely care more about snowboarding than anything else. Like, I would get rid of all these poser fucks that start these fly-by-night companies or these guys that get into positions at marketing and they stop snowboarding and they get fat and they're lazy as fuck. I'd get rid of them. I'd probably kill most of the snowboard media while we're at it too. So yeah. Michael Anderson, ever thought about going to North Korea for snowboarding? I don't think Rocket Man and I would see eye to eye. Like I say too many fucked up, stupid things. I would probably get caned. And I really just don't want to get caned. I mean, train looks sick, sure. Human rights violations? I don't really care. No lives matter to me. My life doesn't even matter. I could kill myself tonight and I wouldn't give a shit. Excuse me. But train looks sick, you know. So there's that. Let's see what we got here. Maggots World, is this your final stream? Yes, tonight it is the final stream. We did 4 today. It's the final stream. That's why we're going to do it. It's Friday the 13th themed. So, you know, we had Friday the 13th, the live stream. Friday the 13th, part 2, the live stream continues. Friday the 13th, part 3, the new stream, which is a parody of Friday the 13th, the New Blood. Then we did Friday the 13th, part 4, the final stream, which is a parody of Friday the 13th, the final chapter, the one with Corey Feldman in it, where he shaves his head and he's all fucking weird. Goddamn Corey Feldman. Ugh. Oof. Brandon Atkins, Jason Voorhees is going to kill him live on the final stream on Friday the 13th. I don't think we have a Camp Crystal Lake anywhere near Colorado. In fact, the original one was in New Jersey. But it was funny. Growing up, my friend Jordan dated this chick that lived on Crystal Lake. It was always weird. And there was a Boy Scout camp right across from her house, like across the other side of the lake, and you can see it. It was fucking creepy. Theo Flo, do you miss Omatic? I miss the concept of Omatic. I miss like when Todd and Andreas and Tara were doing their thing and stuff like that. But I don't. Their boards, like they were fun boards until you blew the sidewall apart, which was a problem with the Matrix factory. And I actually got into it with the owner of the factory and called him out one time because he kept telling that his boards were indestructible. And I was like, that's why I discovered that you were only using one layer of dampening foil between your edge, the base material, and the sidewall, and the boards would completely delam. Like you'd land tail heavy in the half pipe and it would just bloop, blow right apart. Let's see. Joe Stazzoni. Anyone else super excited for the video talking crap on the good ride? While we're on the topic, can you talk about why they suck? Let me show you guys what one of the props for the video. Yeah, so I made up some shirts for it. Here's the problem with the good ride. They're not snowboarders. They're people that snowboards. If you ever listen to James Beastie, he keeps talking about how the board is off the tail. If you ever watch him ride, he's so back foot dominant. He's leaning into his back foot because he doesn't know how to steer. He doesn't know how to drive into a turn properly because his weight isn't centered or even riding forward when it needs to be. The fact that their videos are 21 minutes long, and if you cut out all the bullshit and got it down, it would be a 30-second to 1 minute marketing spiel. That's all it would be. It's not. He doesn't bring anything to the table, and the advice he gives is shit too. And he just regurgitates marketing, or he makes up like some weird shit. If you watch enough of their videos, you'll realize like they don't know the camber profile, they don't know the flex pattern, they don't know who the board's for. They review everything like it's for them, and if it's not for them, it's just pure shit. Whereas like you got to objectively look at it and go, who is this for? Like I always joke that if I ever quit the snowboard side of things, I want to try out for Top Gear or like the Grand Tour. Like I want to be the American towards the British guys. Like I love cars and shit like that, and I love driving really fast and doing questionable things with vehicles. But you look at those guys, and even when they talk shit on something, they know what they're talking about. Those guys are a bunch of monkeys fucking a goddamn football. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. And like I always say, there's two types of people that snowboard. There's people that snowboard, and there's snowboarders. They're people that snowboard. They're not snowboarders. James is a fucking joke when he rolls around trade shows. Like, we'll sit there and watch him, and he's just fucking half-cocked, drunk, running his mouth, making up all sorts of numbers, like, we sold 350 of these snowboards, and like the people that he's talking to will be like, we didn't even make 100 of those, so I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. You know, and the other thing is, like, he has an open invitation to debate me about snowboards anytime he wants, because I will literally run circles around him in product knowledge. And if you look at it, like, the whole thing with the Good Ride is, it even says it in their about thing, that they're a basically a retail website that does reviews. Like, their whole thing is to push you to their affiliates. Like, yeah, I have affiliates. Buy from me, don't buy from me. I don't really care either way. Like, let me give you the information. He only tries to review stuff that he can get an affiliate to as well. Like, if he can't get an affiliate, he's not going to do it. If he can't make a sale, like, small brand that doesn't sell in any stores and only sells direct, I'll be like, fuck yeah, send it to me. Let's see what's up, you know? It's that. But, I mean, the other thing is he shit talks people that work in shops, and he's like, I never worked in a shop. Well, if you don't work in a shop, you've never had to sell a snowboard face-to-face where you look someone in the eye and you have to, like, make sure they're getting the right product. You've never seen a customer bummed out. In all the years I worked retail, I maybe had 3 or 4 customers that were kind of bummed out. And I was like, well, this is what you told me. And they were like, well, I really meant to say this. And I was like, got to give me all the information. If I don't have the information, I can't do it. And I'm drawing flies. Just talking about James Beastie makes everything turn to shit, and flies are attracted to it. But that's the whole concept of him is like, look at the fact that he blocks comments on everything he does. He doesn't make it easy to interact with him. Like me, you can leave 100 comments on all my videos and I will literally try to answer everything. Would he ever do a live stream like this? No, because he couldn't fucking hack it if he had to. So, like, the whole thing is they're just a bunch of fucking idiots that shouldn't be in the position they're in. They just happen to fall into it at the right time. Like, when I started doing online reviews, companies would tell me, oh, this doesn't matter, no one's going to buy it. Then suddenly it was like, hey, man, I actually had someone come up to me at a demo and say this. I had to open the door to allow for companies to see what could happen and the influence. Like, I was doing influencer marketing before it was, and he just sort of tagged along and was like, look at me too. Like, anytime I do something, suddenly he jumps on a me too phase. I've noticed that. Like, he's trying to get over to YouTube now, switching from Vimeo, and I'm like, oh, is that because you realize you can monetize over here? But you got to understand, it's all about community over here, and if you're not going to build a community, fuck it. So, yeah. Go watch some of their reviews, and you'll realize they are fucking idiots that don't know what they're talking about. Anyways, we got a super chat from Thomas Chiaroto, a best freestyle all mountain setup and no budget suggestion. Okay, no budget suggestion, full setup. I would, and you want all mountain freestyle, Capita Mercury, and you want like a medium flexing binding. So I would put like a Rome Katana on there, like a now IPO, maybe a Brigade, or like the now Yes if you want to be a little softer, maybe a Ride Rodeo if you like that aluminum. K2 Formula, maybe like a Union Force or a Union Atlas. I'm not a fan of the Atlas, and I don't like the Atlas. Stuff like that. I think that would be a really solid type of setup. If you want some more options for an all-mountain freestyle board, then you could always look at the Yes Typo, the Jones Mountain Twin, the Wired Directive, and those would be ones that I would definitely so Paul WB, ever ride a 90s Nitro Natra? Love that board. Somehow riding Switch was really easy on a progressive sidecut. Maybe because I was 20. Dude, everything rides so much easier the younger you are. I look back and I'm like, I had so many more tricks and used to go way bigger 7 years ago. And then if I think about it, 17 years ago, I was 20, you know. You look back at it, I never did ride that board. I think I might have sold it at one point at one of the shops I worked in, but I've never rode it. So, yeah. So, MK, Colorado recommendations for how to shape dad and a 15-year-old beginnerish daughter. Snowmaster, Buttermilk, learn to ride in the Midwest. Snowmaster or Buttermilk are super solid. Like, you're not going to deal with the crowds that you would deal with in Summit County or Vail. They're not crazy aggressive mountains unless you get to the top. They're over groomed on most of their groomers. Like, I've been to Snowmass a few times. I can't remember if I don't think I've ever been to Buttermilk, or if I did, it was so long ago. I can't. But going to Aspen is like a whole other experience. But you're gonna love the fact that like a busy day there is maybe there's 10 other people in the line with you. So definitely can't go wrong with any of the Aspen mountains down there. Plus, there's 4 of them. So if you don't like one, just go to the next one. I guess the passes are all interchangeable down there. So yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Kyle Freibitauer. Hey, man, want to shave a Martian? I've got a razor. If you can find a Martian, can we just shave a guy named Martin instead? Or Marvin? I have no problem with that. I'll shave him. I'm not scared. So, yeah. NQ, do you have any interest in designing any other boards? Lumberjack was sick. What's next? I have ideas. I always have ideas in my head. And, I've got some like crazy ideas, and I've got some not so crazy ideas. We talked about this in the last stream. The first thing that I really want to do is a price conscious park board loosely based off the old Atomic Hatchet. That board, when it came out, had a $239 price point. At the end of its life, it was like $329, but most of them you could find it for like $299. It's one of the sickest park boards I ever had for that price point, and I generally enjoyed it. I'd love to find something to base it off of it. Let's see. Maggots World, you're coming back, right? I'm not going anywhere. The channel's not dying. This is just the final stream of the night, so don't worry about that. We got this. Let's see. What else we got going on here? I think we got a few more questions. Xander Castro, what board company that you thought was crappy when they first came out, but has progressively gotten better throughout the years? Marhar, the first year I ever reviewed Marhar, I pretty much destroyed all the boards they sent me and was just like, these are awful. So the next year they sent me everything and they're like, we revamped a few things. So I was like, these are awesome. And from that day forward, like Nate's been very open to feedback and stuff. And that about 10 years ago, I wrote an article on the website called Who the Fuck Cares About Rosinal? And I would just like shit all over them because at the time they were just making like crap boards and everything. And it's just been a progressive upswing to it. I mean, companies can change. Like you change board designers, you change marketing people, you change brand managers, and everything can completely change. Look at Nidecker right now. Like they're having a resurgence into the US. They're making some great stuff. But like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, they couldn't even break into the market over here. And they're big over in Europe. I've seen Nitro go up and down. I've seen Burton go up and down. I've seen Mervin go up and down. Like every brand, it's peaks and valleys. I remember when DC started making boards, the guy that was the brand manager and the board designer was making the most whack fucking shit on the planet. And I kept calling him out. I was like, this stuff is whack as fuck. And now they're actually making some solid stuff. So Brandon Atkins, just had to check out one of the Good Rides reviews, and their opening line is, welcome to the Good Ride, forever unsponsored. Huh, wonder why. Because they suck dicks with their butthole? They're like a fucking black hole in space, just sucking everything in. All right, we got a super chat from B Kings. What's up, Big Al? Glad I made this one. Rome Katana or Targa for all mountain Japao. I have the katanas on my Evil Twin and love them. Thinking targets for the Kazu, or should I stick with the katanas? You're going to get a slightly stiffer flex out of the Targa, which would balance more on the Kazu because it does have more power to it. But if you really like those katanas and you pick up another pair, then you've got that consistency of knowing what you're getting from your Evil Twin to your Kazu. You'll know that you're getting the same binding flex. That's why I pretty much ride the same bindings. I just get multiples on there. It's really going to come down to what you want. Both are really solid bindings. Targa will be stiffer and match better with the Kazu, though. Daniel Gertie, what do you think of Signal's price structure? So I was really leery at first when Signal started doing that in their pricing structure, but it actually seems to be working, and it makes sense. Like I talk to people that buy it, and they're like, hey man, like I just couldn't afford at the time to drop like $400 for a board, but $35 a month is, they're like, maybe I don't go out to eat one day a week. I can afford that, or like I cut back on my double mocha lattes from Starbucks. It makes total sense, and there's more companies starting to do that. Fucking turning into Rick Sanchez over here. All I want to do is burp. Kevin Click, are those glasses for removing blue light from the computer screen, and do they actually help with eye fatigue? Yes, they are blue blockers, and more so, it's the lights that I have shining on me. Just they dry them out. I got eye surgery about 2 years ago. I've been wearing these since when I work my day job under fluorescent lights. If I'm playing video games for long periods of time, or if I'm editing a lot of videos, what I noticed is if I go a whole day, like where I'm working under shitty lights, filming, editing and stuff, and I wear them all day, at the end of the night, when I like take them off, I'm climbing in bed, I'm reading a book, I fall asleep in like 10 minutes instead of being there like, so they do work. I'm a big fan of them. Let's see what we got here. Joshua Sanders, what should I do for entry-level boots? You should go try on every boot you can. Find the boot that fits your foot, fits your needs, and buy it, regardless of price. Do not skip on boots. That is where you want to dump all your money. So, yeah. Darren Boo Boo, any recommendations for some protection for my knees? I always stayed away from knee gears. Don't wear knee pads. If you've got bad knees and you need support, you can get a slip-on brace. You can get a wrap brace. You know, you might need to talk to an orthopedic surgeon or an orthopedic specialist. See if you need to get like a custom knee brace and stuff. I do have aftermarket slip-on knee covers that I wear just to stabilize a little bit around my kneecap because they're loose. They work, but I think in like 20 plus years of snowboarding, I've smashed my knee 3 years of snowboarding. I've smashed my knee 3 times, twice into a rail, once on ice, but the one on ice, I think I like just bounced into it. It's not something that regularly happens. Michael Anderson with the super chat for $10. Thanks, bud. Let's see. And he's asking what bindings to go with ride algorithm, beginner, intermediate. I really like the look of the union bindings. If you are going to go with union bindings for the algorithm, I would recommend the Force first. That would be the number one binding. Maybe an Atlas or a Strata would be the next. So there's like 3 options for you. Is the internet connection going wonky on you guys? Let me know. I shouldn't be having any issues, but town is really fucking busy right now, so who knows what's going on. David Barron, ever ridden the K2 Turbo Dream? What did you think? I actually own a custom Turbo Dream from K2 that I got in a sales contest. I loved the Turbo Dream. It was a great board when it came out. That flat to rocker profile was super solid. It really did what you needed to do. Shit. Okay, so the internet is being a little questionable. Fuck. So I don't really know what's up. There's like 20,000 people in town right now. Sometimes it's wonky. So, yeah. Let's see what we got here. 03 Builders, Solomon 6-stick or Solomon HPS Taka and Wole. 03 Builders, both. They're both super solid boards. You can't go wrong with either of those if you're looking for a POW board that you can get surfy on. So those are super killer boards. Can't go wrong with them. Has the lag gotten better, guys? I really need to know if this is, if we're good. Let's see what we got here. Jorge Morales. Must hit destinations on the Icon Pass. Doing Winter Park, Solitude, and Brighton this upcoming season. Fuck Winter Park. Come to Copper. You need to go to Copper, you need to go to Steamboat, and you need to go to Aspen. Like all the Aspen resorts. Fuck Winter Park. Winter Park sucks. Just Winter Park is a trash heap. It's a dumpster fire. It's the bastard ski resort of Colorado. We all shit on it. People out there are fucking weird. They're ranchers. They smoke meth. It's really, really bad. If you're in Utah, definitely you want to hit Brighton and Solitude. Everyone will try to tell you that you want to hit Snowbird, but like it's so blown out. The line there is insane. And you can get a direct flight into Mammoth as well, so you should always look like that. So yeah. Frank 0020 Jimbo of Good Ride says stupid crap. Jimbo is fucking brain dead. He's retarded. Like, that dude was dropped on his head repeatedly. So let's see. Jose Bautista, you got the Icon? Yes, this is my second year with the Icon. I have an Icon Pass, an A-Basin Pass, and there's a new pass out called the Indy Pass, which is like a travel pass, but to small resorts. It's $199. You get 2 days at the resorts, and then if you want to buy a ticket, it's like an extra. You get like 10% off or 50% off or something like that. But it's good on the East, the Midwest, and the West Coast. I think I'm going to pick it up. It's on sale until December 1st at $199. So like if you use it 3 times, it's paid for itself. Jake XSV with the super chat. Looking to add a board to the collection. Groomers, charging, some jumps. Wear stiff boots and binding. Also have big boots. So something with wide. As always, love the vids. Keep it up. Well, dude, thanks for the support over the last year and everything. He's a member on Angry Snowboarder VIP. If you're not a member of Angry Snowboarder VIP, you should check it out. You get content early, and you get some stuff that the rest of the internet doesn't see. So, have you thought about a Libtech Stump Ape? That might be something fun for you to look at, or maybe even like a Marhar Sasquatch. Otherwise, the Nitro Banker seems to stick out, and that's a little bit wider. So check that out if you really want to rip good carves with it. That's a fun one as well. Those are like 3 boards right there that I would look at. L Stacker Ventures. I wanted to get Icon. You still got the discount? I didn't even get a discount. I paid full price for mine. I don't have anything special going on with Icon where I get one for cheaper. So let's see. Jason Moore, stoked on the new Tucker Mountain Lift. I never rode the Cat because it was always like only running on Saturdays, and I was like, the peasants are there, and I don't want to be around the peasants. They try to touch my car, and they bump into me and do stupid shit. I'm stoked for it. It's going to open a bunch of terrain. I think it's going to be really interesting because with a chairlift, I'll be able to consistently explore it and see what's out there. Copper, hopefully they fix the chairlifts on the front because Eagle and Flyer were so fucked last year. They were fucking awful. So hopefully they got those fixed because it's like, well, you're putting another chairlift and the 2 new ones you put in, you couldn't even get them to run right. I mean, fuck, the gondola tried to commit suicide to get away from it. Jorge Morales saw the Avs Cup. You a hockey fan? No. These were free promos from the liquor store I work at. I needed pint glasses, and my Breckenridge Brewery beer rep gave me a box of pint glasses. And I was like, God damn it, they're branded. And he's like, well, what'd you expect? And I was like, I was hoping for non-branded. So whatever. They were free. I don't care. I hate sports. Yeah. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Justice Sony, what's worse, the Solomon 6-piece or the Nitro Shtick? Oh, it's the 6-piece. The 6-piece is the biggest piece of shit I've ever ridden. That board can fucking rot in the fiery pits of snowboard review hell. That board is worse than a Gilson and a fucking Skate Banana combined. You know it's bad when you go to return it and they tell you, I can't believe you asked to ride that. We don't even try to push that on people. It's that bad. Like, it's a joke of a board. They're like, we doubt that they even make 500 worldwide. It fuck the 6-piece. It's awful. So yeah. Daniel Gertie, are there any boards you recommend that do well on rails and ripping turns? Bonus points for wide waists. Yeah, man. There's a bunch of great stuff out there that can rip a turn and still jib a rail. DC Ply, DC PBJ, Solomon, Assassin, the Villain, and the Sleepwalker, the Interior Plane Project, Haro, the what is it? It's the GNU Finest. There's also, I'm trying to think about some of the ones that are wider that I rode. But you can always do a Marhar Lumberjack for sure. But there's also the the excuse me, the Invasion also rips a turn as well from Marhar. Ride kink wide, K2 worldwide weapon. You can carve on it, but you might blow the tail out if you push into it too hard. The niche crux. Let's see what else is out there. The Battalion Evil Twin, because I think there's a wide in that. Dude, you got options like you wouldn't believe. So yeah. NK, how does a company like Solomon make such a shitty board? Like, do they know it's terrible but sell it anyway? Because they're running down pro riders' contracts. Chris Grenier wanted it, and so they had to make it for him. And they literally don't. This is why there's no marketing behind it. Like that. And if you look at it, it's PTEX, metal edge, sidewall, wood core, top sheet. There's no carbon. There's nothing. There's nothing to that board. Like, and the price they charge it's higher than it should be. Like, companies just sometimes they make shit for the sake of making shit. Like if you ever look at Rome, Nitro, Burton, and look at the amount of SKUs that they have in their line, and there's so much fucking overlap, and they're like, "Whoa, we'll sell like 600 of this to this one type of person." Like, no, you tell them, "No, we didn't make it. You ride this." Just cut down their options. It's fine. Let's see. Blake Crowley, worth trying to go to the X Games, live in Denver? No. 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 There's no reason to go to any of those big events. They're just fucking shit shows. They're crowded. Like, unless you're going to the concert and you got a place to stay lined up and you're going to go drop a bunch of Molly and fucking roll your head off and end up at Burger King at 2 in the morning with Ayumu and you're going to watch him eat a sad Big Mac even though he just won, then yeah. But I'm not saying from personal experience, but I might know someone that does. Otherwise, like, those events they're for people that snowboard. It's not for snowboarders. Like, you go and you're like all the times Dew Tour's here, I try to leave town. Like, I love riding Copper when Dew Tour was at Breck because I was like, and Copper's fucking empty. It was great. Like, yeah, no, those events are just fucking shit shows. Jorge Morales, why aren't there more asim directional boards? It seems like that tech is helpful to more than just switch riding. So here's the thing. If you go asim directional, you can't ride switch. Like, if you looked at the old Zoid, there was next to no tail on that thing. So ride and switch. Plus, what you're doing is essentially you have to buy – every shop has to buy 2 of every size. So they have to buy the Goofy and the regular of every size. And then if they sell out and someone wanted the regular or the Goofy, it's harder to sell. It's easier if you're selling direct and you're building it to suit. That's where it makes the most sense. But otherwise, when you're looking at selling to a shop, it's harder. So, yeah. Oh, we got our man Nate Musan in here. Still sacrificing Kevin at midnight? I think he's on I-70 driving his girlfriend to the airport or something right now. He's sacrificing his mental sanity to deal with Denver drivers on a highway. I would love to sacrifice him, though, at midnight. And just so everyone knows, Nate Musan owns Shred Soul Insoles. You should definitely check them out if you are looking for aftermarket insoles. Also, he is doing his first round of public funding to make to expand the company. So if you're an investor or something, definitely check out Shred Souls. I think he's got something up on their social media and stuff. Go check it out. I've definitely done videos with some of his products and stuff in the past, so check it out. Yeah. So let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, got a bunch of comments. Aaron Tangadal. My favorite board I have ever owned was the Burton on Ink. What would be comparable in 2020? So the Unink guys own Yes. They keep trying to say that the Yes Greats is the comparable board. I disagree. That board's it's a dud. I mean, it's a snowboard. It does snowboard things. If you're looking for like an old school cambered twin, top pick would be go look at an interior plane project board like the Honolulu, maybe the Rome mod with camber. You might like the Capita Outsiders as well. Those would be ones that stick out to me as being comparable to the old Unink. Xer, do you still sitting? dogs sit these two little dogs that their combined weight is like 9 pounds. I refer to them as the shit weasels. And the one likes to try my patience. So like I was just like bombing down 4 o'clock. And so like I was just like bombing down 4 o'clock in Breckenridge, listening to Rain and Blood. And they're like doing construction. I'm looking at the guy, and it was just like make me stop in the middle of the road, and I just like turn it up and look at him, just peel out in the Volvo. I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, no, Slayer's solid. I mean, I just listen to a lot of synthwave. One of the things with my last head injury, certain sounds and certain octaves really fucking make me like mentally unstable. Like they make me angry and shit. There's a woman that does yoga next door outside in the summer, and her voice literally sounds like killing kittens to me. I started screaming at her the one day, but yeah, love Slayer. Haven't quit Slayer at all. So yeah, still love Slayer. Let's see what we got going on here. Joe Stazzoni, I need shred soles. I have the world's flattest foot. Not sure if Remind would be better suited for me. I have a flat foot. I use Remind because they actually fit my foot better. I use the Medic and the Cush. The Destin is like super flat. Shred sole, if I compare solid amount, you years off. Can't say how well that board blew my mind because it's the replacement, and they replaced. So check out like the S Libre, maybe ASIC or a Typo from them. Going on in there, like I think, but they have on the laptop just went ape shit. So I'm not sure if that's having some issues. Let me see. Oh shit, Jason's gonna kill me. This might be the final stream. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen here? Computer is getting hyperactive. Oh, we're back? Okay. Daniel Gertie, what board material is remaining basically the same over the last few decades? Do you think that's the direction where companies could innovate, or is it unnecessary? Actually, any company that's worth a damn has already invested in better PTEX, better epoxy, better fiberglass, better clear coat, better construction methods. It tends to be the American companies that actually produce here that are a little bit behind. Like you look at Never Summer, and they're still making boards like they were like 10, 15 years ago. They haven't learned to adapt. Like their boards are still heavy, wet. They ride a little more dead. They're damp, stuff like that. Mervin is a little bit better because they're trying to bioresin and whatnot. But yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Are we still having lag issues? Because on my end it looks fine. So I'm not too sure if that's an issue. Let me know over there in the chat, guys. I'm hoping that this is still running good. All right. Delfino asked, did you review the 2020 Solid Assassin? No, I reviewed the Assassin Pro, which is basically like the premium version of it. So, yeah. Hopefully you can like glean what the Assassin will ride like from that Assassin Pro review. Story 3333. Have you ever reviewed any Lago boards? Yes, there's a review of the Open Well is in the review section. I'm scared to death of that country. You have lots of things that can kill you, and I have no immune system. Like a spider looks at me weird, I'm probably going to go do like one of those. I really want to go to the town where they filmed Crocodile Dundee. Like, I really want to go. Like, I love that movie on such another. Like, Paul Hogan is a goddamn national treasure to you guys. Unfortunately, tax evasion and shit. But Paul Hogan, like Crocodile Dundee is a movie I've probably seen in my lifetime 1,000 times. I actually wore out a copy of it on Betamax way back in the day. So, yeah, I would love to go to Australia. Just as only Kevin got a boner for the double barrel, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he did. And then he took the one that I had. And then I think Marcus had to steal it from him, if I remember correctly. But yeah. Shit. We're having some issues here. My end, it seems to be fine. Not sure what's going on here with this, guys. I don't know why it's doing this. It was working fine the other day, so shit. Might end this stream earlier than we thought. I was hoping to make it to midnight. It's acting weird, but not full leg. Okay. Jose Bautista, can't wait till Kevin Carvett comes back. I should have that done. I wanted to have it done this month. I'm like dropping. I got 9 of them filmed. I got to edit them. Yeah. Fizzled asking the same question he asked earlier. He's going to get the same answer. Any changes to the box knife from last season? Sorry if you answered it before. I had to bail out for a bit. Yeah, no changes. It's just graphic. That's it. Ooh, Chico de Gurch. Kinko's legit workhorse glove or just snow carny oven mitts? I don't know. People tell me they work. I don't like the way they feel, and they're like bulky. I feel like I should be working for like an electric company or a gas company and digging and putting pipes and shit in the ground whenever I wear them. It's weird. I'm not a fan. Let's see. What else we got here? Jacob Schoolfield. Ride Burnout or Burton. Happy place for a do-it-all, mainly for bigger jumps. I'm not too familiar with the Happy. Wait, isn't the Happy Place a slash board? Not a Burton? Which, if we're talking the slash Happy Place, I fucking hated that thing. But I'd go Burnout all day. That board's just designed for big jumps. So, yeah. Let's see. Can Kevin carve a snurfer? We talked about this. We might try to make this happen. We're not sure. So, yeah, there's that. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, once again, I'm sorry if we're having issues with the internet connection. We got a super chat from Andrew Bell. Speaking of Kevin getting boners, thanks for the bonerific K2 party platter review. Got it mounted on the wall till the season. Shouldn't it be mounted on your feet and you ride it down the hill? Like, what is this? It's like a trophy buck. You just got it sitting up in the man cave up there. No, stoked that the review helped you pick out. That board is super phenomenal. I would actually love to have one, but I don't want to turn into Kevin because he's a board hoarder. He literally lives in a 2-bedroom condo with him and his girlfriend, and they have a whole other room just full of Kevin's snowboards. It's fucking obscene. Nick Barnes, speaking of slash, any plans to ride an ATV? I figure the rep is out here who I talked to get on slash stuff. It's not really a top priority because I think that brand came out with a lot of hype and just was disappeared, and then they're trying to bring it back with different owners. I mean, it says something when Nidecker owns half the snowboard industry and they get rid of slash. So, yeah. Elstacker Adventures, why are you wearing a beanie? Is it cold where you are? It snowed twice this week. This morning it was 28 degrees at 7 in the morning. Winters, we're like two weeks away from snowmaking at Loveland. It's here. Sean Philip Gregory, 210 pounds with a size 12 boots, looking at the Super Pig for all mountain freestyle carving. Would a 54 be a good fit, or would the bigger platform of the 58 fit better? 54 is exactly what you want for your size, but it's designed to be ridden smaller. If you go to a bigger one, I think you're going to be like, oh my God, this thing's like driving a Cadillac Eldorado. You're not going to be super stoked on it. So, yeah, definitely go with that 54. So, what else we got going on here? Jose Borgista, what software do you use for editing? I use Final Cut Pro. I don't use it well. I am not well versed in it, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos to figure out how to do shit. I'm not. It's not my thing. Like, I'd rather just create the content and then be like, you edit it. Like, that's what we're working towards, is getting a full-time editor, and I want a full-time staff where I can just be like, literally, like, they go shred all day, do whatever they want, and then they come in and they just edit videos, and that's it. Like, and they make social media content, and stuff. Basically, if you're familiar with Philip DeFranco here on YouTube, I would love to be the Philip DeFranco of snowboarding. That guy, like what he does in news, I think I could do it in snowboarding. I would love to do that. So, but for me personally, like, yeah, I can edit. I don't fucking like it. It takes a lot of time. I get frustrated. Sometimes I throw my computer across the room. I've replaced the hard drive in this computer from punching it before. So, yeah. Let's see. Sam C, do certain companies hate your reviews because you tell it like it is? Yes, sometimes. Kind of depends who the brand manager is that year, because people just keep getting recycled. I think now after 11 years, people have kind of realized that they have to work with me and they can't control me. And like last year was the first year that we just flat out were like, we're not chasing advertising anymore. I'm over it, because you become a slave to chasing it and trying to get paid, and people want this and that. And we were like, fuck it, we don't care. We stopped. And I've definitely pissed off a few people at Rod K2 this year. I haven't heard back from some of the guys at Nitro, but I'm pretty sure they're probably pissed about the Suntaku and Shtick review. But whatever. Not everything can be the best board out there. Jack Ripper, you recommended the Rome Blackjack to me for a good jib board. What size? 153 and 156. I'm 185, 190 with an 11.5 boot. Check the waist on the 53. Make sure it'll fit. Like, it'll fit those 11.5s. But the 53 will be way more jibby than the 56. I rode the 53, and I had a size 10 boot, and I didn't have any problems with it, but it was like riding a little skateboard. Drew Weisner, what does it take to get boards from companies like Ally who don't have a rep in your area? A lot of emails, probably an over-the-pants hand job. Sometimes little companies are more receptive. Like I had a few European companies that were way more receptive this year. The problem is like international shipping and different things like that. Let's see. Nick Barnes replaced the hard drive from punching it. Was that when you lost all that data a bit over a year ago? No, those were external hard drives that crashed. The internal hard drive I punched on this thing, and it was funny when it went in. It was still under warranty, and they looked at it and they're like, "Never seen a hard drive dented like this." And I was like, "Yeah, me neither." Sure. Like, yeah. I'm horrible with electronics. I've broken 4 PlayStation controllers in the last 6 months from hulking. I literally hulked one in half the other day and broke it, which was not fun. I was like, well, there goes another $60. Let's see. Anuj Saluja, have you had a chance to ride a 2020 GNU Carbon Credit? Wondering if anything is different from 2019 or just the graphics. I think there's a review of that one, and I wasn't overly impressed with it. If not, there wasn't much change in it. There was a bunch of stuff from like GNU LibTech that didn't change, but they gave me 23 boards to ride, 21 boards, somewhere in there. It was a lot of boards. They were like the most, like was Mervin and stuff. So, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Ted Stone, has Unity's snowboard scaled down completely? I didn't see any 2020 reviews or what's going on. Have you heard anything? Just wondering. I run into Pete, the owner, every now and then. He's making stand-up paddle boards, and he makes way more money from it. He still will like make a few snowboards here and there, but I think he's just kind of burned out. He did it for 20 years, and paddleboards make him way more money, and he can make boards direct to suit towards people. He gets a lot of split board business, and he can just sell it to them and make way more profit. I think he got burned on a bunch of shops. He was one of those little brands that probably just didn't get paid when there was like that mass closing of shops. Unfortunately, they do make a great product. I've ridden some of their recent stuff like the Whale and whatnot. I don't really hit Pete up too often anymore, just because he's just like, I think he just doesn't care, in all honesty. So, yeah. Daniel Gertie, is Stan the savior that Snowboarder Mag needs? No, he's too busy fucking arguing with people in their DMs on Instagram to get anything done. Stan is a fucking barnacle on snowboarding. That's all it is. If you ever read his interview that he did with Transworld before they closed and everyone was talking about it, he literally talks that all he cares about is that people remember him and recognize him. He's a glory hound. It's not passion, it's glory. Like, I don't give a fuck if I'm standing in the middle of the room and no one recognizes me. Like, you have no idea how many people in Breckenridge have just found out in the last 6 months that I do Angry Snowboarder. And I've lived here forever. Like, and they don't know it. Like, people that I've known, and they're like, why didn't you ever tell me? And I was like, never thought it needed to be said. I just do things and that's it. No, dude. Snowboarder is like, fuck that magazine. Fuck that. Like, dude, why do you have a snowboard publication in San Clemente in Southern California on the beach? Like, what? Sorry. Like, any publication that's worth a damn should have people living in the mountains, living the lifestyle, doing that. Like, if you're not living the lifestyle when you're selling the lifestyle, you're a poser fuck. That's it. So, yeah. Let's see. Christian Sikowski, I am 5'10", 140 pounds, boot size 10. Should I buy an Orca 47 or 53? For your weight, I would definitely say get the 47, bud. I think you'll be super solid with that. Like, I would ride the 53, and I'm about 55, 60 pounds heavier than you. So yeah, get that 147, bud. I think that would be solid for you. Let's see what we got here. Just as only, how do you feel about Matt Guff's product interviews? I'm Matt Guff with the house. I literally want to just download all his videos where he just says, I'm Matt Guff, and make like a 10-hour remix to 4 non-blondes, just, hey, and with him just saying, I'm Matt Guff. That's all I want to do. Dude, you got to realize, like, anything Matt Guff does, it's to promote products that they sell, to push a product. It's a narrative. Like, if they're not selling product, they're out of business. That's really it. Sam CU. That's what we appreciate, mate. No bullshit. Ride algorithm, Warpig, great. Machete GT suck. With the glitch, missed answer on old Red Dead options. Okay, so I'll just give you the rundown. Algorithm should be your top pick for sure. That's a great Red Dead board. As you're getting back into it, check the Yes Libre, the Yes Basic, or the Yes Typo. Those three are kind of interchangeable. There's different flex ratings in there as well. If you wanted something a little bit stiffer, you could go to like a Capita Mercury or a Jones Mountain Twin. But I think you're on the right track with the algorithm, and that board is just, it blew my mind at how well, like, I could ride it every fucking day. It was just such a good board, and I was just like, oh my God, this thing's amazing. I'd say just get that, don't overthink it, and go ride, man. Go out there, get out there with your daughter, go ride, go shred, go have fun, raise the next generation of snowboarders. Raul Duke, who even has a DVD player anymore? I have one in my car. I think it works. Actually, I have two. I found a second one under the front seat, and it works for the sat nav and something to do with the programming of the computer to turn it to euros. I don't know. I was fucking with it. Next thing I know, the car was going a lot faster. It was weird. Christian Sikowski, do you know anything about the battalion below or the battalion Wally? I am looking for softboard for butters. If you want a super softboard for butters, the Wally is it. Like, that's it. There is a review in the battalion playlist on this channel, as well as just in the snowboard reviews playlist. You can go check that out. That board is super buttery, super jibby. If you're just looking to butter and you want a board that you can overflex, there you go. Let's see what we got here. Jorge Morales, how would you go about getting the right aftermarket insole? Haven't looked into this stuff before, and there's quite a few options. If you haven't checked out our Boot Fitting 101 series playlist, you need to go watch that. There's a lot of information about insoles, trimming insoles, how to cut a little Hartzler notch, give you a little more arch support in there. The big thing with it is it's a little trial and error. What you're ideally looking for is take your boot with you, pull the stock insole, make sure that it roughly matches the shape, like the width and the length of it in there. Make sure it's cradling the arch of your foot. You really want to make sure that everything just sort of matches up with it. That's kind of the big thing with it. But if you get a chance, I mean, there's like 20-something videos in that Boot Fitting 101 series. There's probably more than 3 or 4 on just aftermarket insoles and customizing them and getting them to where you need to be. Definitely check that out. Let's see. John Sherman, thanks for your feedback on the Yes Basic post. Did 8 days straight with 3 days of icy runs. This board is a lot better than the name suggests. Yeah, no, it's a basic snowboard, but it's not a basic bitch. That's the way you got to look at it. I mean, that thing's not drinking White Claws and screaming every time it sees one of its girlfriends. It's a solid one. So, yeah. Blake Crowley, favorite snowboard movie, anything I should check out to get stoked. So I'm a big fan of Whiskey 1 through 3. That's just because it's funny. But if you get a chance, it's called The Orchard, I think, here on YouTube. They have a lot of the old snowboard movies. You could definitely check that out. Or you could swing over to like catfishchronicles.com or check the feed and see what they've got going on as well. EHKEDMC, thoughts on the Endeavor Alpha? I didn't get a chance to get on it. I really want to because I have a feeling that thing is just going to rip a carve like no other. Unfortunately, James Bestiality over at the Good Ride was hoarding them, and I couldn't get one. So, yeah. Let's see what we got going on down here. Let's see. Well, you guys are really debating snowboard stuff back there. I think everyone should watch True Life, though. Mac Dog Productions Forum. That's a really good one. If you get a chance, also Happy Hour after Back in Black. Mark Frank Montoya's section in that, as well as Gigi's, especially because Gigi did it to Devo, and it was that the song, the editing, everything in that was fucking phenomenal back in the day. Lately, I don't really watch much snowboarding anymore because I just feel like we're oversaturated, and I can just like hop on Instagram and like Shorty Snowboards will be like playing some old classics, or someone will post something up, and it's just like, oh, okay, watch that, and it's good. Yeah, so there. Whiskey 1 or Whiskey 2 from 03 Builder. 1, 2, and 3. I have 1 and 2 in the box set DVD sitting over there somewhere, so I like try to do it. Oh, it's a consistency super chat from Adnan Fazlik. Just for consistency, is Battalion's 3BT the same on every board? I bought the Chaser last season to lend to friends. Are there more expensive boards running something different? Thanks, but so they have, I think, like 5 different versions of 3BT, and some are more defined, some are less defined, some have like a wider flat spot, some have less. So you got freestyle 3BT, you got all mountain 3BT, POW 3BT, directional 3BT, and do that. The Chaser, if I remember correctly, is like kind of, wasn't that one of the boards that they sold as a package deal or something to make it more affordable for people and whatnot? I think you could get switchback bindings with it, but there are similar technologies from other companies. Like Marhar has their sideways rocker. There's the 3D tip shaping in the new Super DOA from Capita. Burton's got the scoop tech in there. Moss has it on there. The hover camber from Endeavor, as well as there's the one that they have with the lifted edges. Uprise fenders on Arbor lifts the contact point out at the tip as well. Got to keep those electrolytes. That's what angry snowboarders crave. Gatorade, get at me. Sponsor this. Need your monies. So yeah. Let's see. God, I would love to see Boozy the Clown come back. He'd probably be like gone to rehab, got cleaned up, is now a yoga instructor, and has a ponytail. Let's see. Anton Win. What would be a good board to complement my Lumberjack and Orca? Wow, you're really going with those volume shifts right there. You know what I would do? Because you got the Lumberjack that's like kind of your freestyle pow board, and just that, and you got your Orca, which is like you're all around like short fat. I'd go get yourself something for carving on, man. Like something like stiff and aggressive, like maybe a LibTech hot knife or a Battalion carver or a Nitro banker. Something that you can, Endeavor Alpha would be one, like something to just go rip hard, deep trenches with. That's what I would do. John Sherman continuing, coming from the basic, he picked up a Globe, Yes Globe NSB. Do you think that's a good upgrade? So the NSB is just the Yes Basic Decade from last year with a new name to it and a tweak to the fiberglass flex pattern in that. That is basically the big brother to the basic. You made the logical progression. You had the basic, you went to the next one. Like you literally went in the right progression. That is absolutely amazing. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Tom T sneaking in from work, wondering, besides you dislike the brand, if Adidas Boost really outshines all other boot dampening technology. It's marketing shit. K2 did it with Harshmallow foam. Like it's an advanced EVA foam that just makes it a little more resilient in dampening. Every company has one. Like there's stock EVA, and then there's like the next additive one like that. I mean, if you think it works for you, then go for it. To me, I would like to get like a ball about the size of a ping pong ball, and I'd like to just drop it a few times and see how it reacts in different settings, especially after I've left it in like the freezer for a half hour or so. So, Terry Wilkins, what factory are Nitro boards made in? They are the factory brand for Playmaker. So Nitro is made in, I think it's Taiwan is where Playmaker is. Let's see what we got here. Tom, I currently have a Burton Custom, looking to get more power-oriented board. Any recommendations? 6'4" size, 12 US boot, 190 pounds. How power-oriented do you want to get? Because if you want to get like crazy power-oriented, I'd say pick up a 160 wide Endeavor Archetype. It'll blow your mind. Otherwise, Nidecker Mosquito, K2 Cool Bean. Let's see what else is out there. Rosnell Sashimi, Rosnell Sushi, Telos Backslash. I got one of those back there, or the Telos Ride and Seek. Sky's the limit, man. If you actually go into our snowboard review playlist, you will see like it's organized. I've also got playlists by brand, but if you go into the thing and you just I think if you search Powderboard, I think I tagged them with Powderboards and they should show up. So definitely do that. John Sherman with the super chat. Thanks, bud. Really appreciate that. S2000 guy. I left 40 minutes ago, rewatched the whole boot fitting 101 playlist and came back and you're all still here. Go to bed, damn it. No way, man. It's the final stream. I told you guys I'm going to die on a live stream because no one's ever done that in snowboarding. Besides, it's only been an hour and 45. Last year, not last year, but the last time we did the Angry Late Night, we went 3 hours and 23 minutes. We got to beat that. Come on, guys. You know how this is. Daniel Gurdy, speaking of manufacturers, which are your favorite? Are there any you wish were better? I think all of them could improve on some level. Like stuff slips through QC on the regular basis. So that some of my favorites, like right now, I've been really impressed with some of the boards that are coming out of Capita, the Nobly factory out of Poland, the Kyle factory as well. Marhar makes some really great stuff for American made. In China, there's a few factories over there like GP87 that I'm really, really impressed with. So Caden Quinn, how's Fila Snowboarding doing? Well, they haven't tried to buy the domain name from me yet, but it's for sale. Anytime Fila wants to buy that from me, I will sell that. That's my retirement money right there. I'm going to make a fat stack off that. And I'm going to get stem cells, and I'm going to inject them in myself and get that Bon Jovi skin, and I'm not going to age, and it's going to be amazing. I'm going to be like 60 with a 21-year-old girlfriend. It's going to be great. Tom, cheers for the help. Not going to lie. I have watched so many of the reviews. I have too much info to deal with. Well, at least I try to dumb it down to the basic elements so that you're not like being overwhelmed with bullshit and marketing spiel. But literally in the snowboard market, I think there's just too many options out there. I think companies need to cull the herd and definitely bring back a bunch of stuff. So, yeah. John M. Can Kevin carve a pumpkin? Halloween is just around the corner. He did pick up another job in food service, so I hope he knows how to use a knife. I get really worried. Like, when I lived with him, he made a lot of, like, pre-made stuff. Like, I think he was kind of scared of my pots and pans, too. So, yeah. Drew Weisner, did you see the movie The Eternal Beauty of Snowboarding? Good for the snowboard. Oh, my God, that documentary was... That movie is so fucking phenomenal. I sent it to my mom, and I was just like, I'm crying. And she watched it, and she's like, I think I understand it. I was like, God, I hope you understand. The Eternal Beauty of Snowboarding is such a phenomenal movie. So, yeah. That movie, if everyone, it's here on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, just search it, go watch it. You'll enjoy it. So, yeah. Let's see what we got going on here. I think I'm kind of caught up on stuff. Oh shit, Steve Ok's in here. I've got Avran running away in one tab, hacking away in the other, just letting everything he says osmos in my brain. Steve, thanks for the support, bud. Yeah, hopefully I'm giving you something entertaining to listen to while you're just typing away over there. Anton, a win best park option between the S-Grades, GNU Headspace, Huck Knife, and Box Knife, or other. Throw the greats off that list. That's the other three are solid. Out of those three, I think the Huck Knife is probably the best well-rounded one in there. Then the Headspace and Box Knife are kind of tied. The Box Knife, you can kind of run it like a slight volume shift. So if you're like East Coast, Midwest, it's a little bit better. The Headspace is asymmetrical, so you got that going for it. Yeah, I think those are three real solid. Yeah. Let's see. Got some more questions coming in. Daniel Gertie, still want to see Kevin carve a banana hammock. That happened. We've got video. That 100% happened. I've just got to edit it together. Once that's done, yeah, like it's there. One of the Angrysnowboarder VIP members, Jason Fano, sent us one to try. We were able to get him out on it. I think that's good-looking honky. Angry, Peter North here, old porn star. Goddamn, good to see you. Yeah, thought you died of AIDS or something, or rectal bleeding, I'm not sure. But hey, if you're alive, you're alive. That's all good. Blake Sirios, respect your review dedication. There's a ton of reviews that regurgitate product labels. You deserve much credit for standing out and giving people honest info. Dude, I said it earlier in one of the other live streams today. Like, I do this for you guys. I do it because I got lied to. And I was like, dude, it literally made me so fucking angry because I bought a snowboard based off of what a rep had sold me and shit. And I fucking traded it for some, I think it was like $100 and some cheeseburgers. Like, I'm pretty sure I traded it for cheeseburgers and fries and maybe a milkshake. And, yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Jason Moore, remind me what your thoughts were on the Stump Ape, specifically the Flex and how it felt on edge. Loved the Stump Ape when I got on it. It was actually softer than I thought. It's like around the middle of the road Flex with a lot of torsional give to it. When it was on edge, it had that typical, like, wet layup construction ride that you get from a Mervin board. It didn't feel totally damp and dead. It was still kind of lively, but dissipated micro vibrations. The magnet traction held on, and you could really drive it. The review is up on the playlist, so check the snowboard playlist, check the LibTech playlist, and you can watch it. Should give you a better idea of what it is. Nick Barnes, I have a Rome Mountain Division 163, which is my go-to all-mountain freeride deck. Looking for something stiffer and damper that's still a blast to carve. Any suggestions? 220 pounds, size 11 boots. Oh, so you want something stiffer than the Mountain Division. Have you looked at a Rome Blur? Like, that would be more like a carving cruiser. But I think the Nitro Banker should be something you look at, or maybe the Nitro Mountain. What else is out there that might blow your mind? The Battalion Carver, although you got that 3BT, and that's not for everyone, so I always have to put that caveat in with it. So, yeah. So there you go. Who would win in a game of snow, Avran or Kevin? Okay, so random truth factoid about Kevin that no one fucking knows. That kid is a goddamn gypsy like you wouldn't fucking believe. So Keystone set up Boxzilla one time, which was like a 180-foot-long box with all these different boxes, and it was like flat, flat, rainbow, flat, drop down, flat, up, flat, down, flat, or some shit like that. Kevin did something like 47 change-ups on it. So he was like tail slide, then popped over to nose, then he did like a swivel, and then he somehow managed to pick up speed. Then he was like board sliding, then he was doing like a blunt, then he was doing like a nose blunt. And then I think at one point he might have popped a 270 off the rainbow or something. Do not let Kevin fool you when he says he only wants to ride big boards and carve. That little motherfucker can jib like no other. He's good at it, but he doesn't bust it out every time. That little motherfucker would take me to the house in the goddamn park. Powder, I'd crush him. But park, he would fucking destroy me. So, yeah. Yeah, right there. We got a super chat from NK. Are board size recommendations from manufacturers accurate? I'm 5'7", 200 pounds, size 9 boot, back to riding after 15 years off. Picked up a Turbo Dream 156 last year. So much harder than I remember. Well, one, you've lost a lot of muscle memory, so you got to rebuild all that. But board recommendations are like a kind of a general guideline. The way I always look at board recommendations is you ideally, to get the way that they describe how it's going to ride, you want to be in the middle of the weight range, because if you're at the top of the weight range or over it, it's going to be softer flexing, easier to initiate, easier to just push it through. And if you're at the lower end, it's going to be stiffer and harder to drive it. I mean, at 200 pounds on a 56 Turbo Dream, you should be fine, unless you got like some weird fucked up stance in there. So, yeah, there you go. Tom T, as you are such a fanboy, will you buy a Kemper Kevin Jones and then review it with 100% bias? No, but I'll convince them to send me one to review, and then I'll probably fan out that it's Kevin Jones, and then I'll tell them it's probably too stiff or something. I don't know. It's the Rampage. I don't really know how that's going to ride. So, yeah. Let's see. Tom asks, favorite board out of the Nitro Quiver series? Quiver Cannon. 100%. Big Pink. I love Big Pink. It's obnoxious. It's Pepto-Bismol pink. People look at you fucking weird when you ride it. Especially if you're on like a T-bar or something, you're probably smacking the person on the bar behind it because it's so fucking long. When I rode that at Copper, and it was the funniest thing. It's like I had to go take this goat path to get out where I needed to be. And the goat path always lures people in because they're like, oh, it's a gate. And we're going in the back country. Not in the back country. There's fucking groomed runs on either side of this little gate that takes you into a valley. But I get out there, and there's like these 3 fucking jabronis sitting there, and it's tight. Like you got rocks in the hill on this side, and then you got a sheer drop off into a rock field here with a snow fence. So you got to stay on this pack track and go through. And I'm riding it, and like it goes down, then you hook a 90-degree turn, then it cuts back around. And these guys are in my way, and like right where it hooks around at the second 90-degree, you can ollie over into a POW field if the conditions are good. If it's not, you land in a rock field and destroy the board. And these fucking jabronis were so in my way. So, like, first I come through, I spray one of them because the board's so big, and I smacked his board because he's sitting down with the tail. The other one's in my way. I just ollied over him, ollied over the rope, landed in the POW field with it, threw up the biggest fucking spray because the snow was blower that day and just rode away and looking at him and just like, it's like, if you can't fucking ride it, don't ride it. And like the rest of the day, I kept running into him in random spots and they couldn't snowboard and I kept spraying him. It's kind of a dick, but that's kind of what I do. Needless to say, it is what it is. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh, shit. Face Skater's in here. What's up, homie from Oregon? I started snowboarding last season. I was 210 and riding a 158 wide. I've lost a lot of weight this summer and I'm 160 pounds. Now, should I downsize my board or should I be fine with strong leg muscles? That's a hit or miss, dude. Congratulations on losing the weight, man. Fuck, dude. You lost like a 10-year-old child. You know, the big thing is you're going to still have that muscle memory of what to ride. So that 58 wide will probably do it. I say go out and ride it at the start of the season. I mean, you're up in Oregon, so you can get up to Mount Hood and go see when they reopen. Was it like next month, I think, or the end of this month or whatever. Go out, check it out, see if see how it works out for you and go from there. Let's see what else we got here. John M. I have a full quiver, but if I were to add another MC Wayfinder, Nitro Banker, or Endeavor Archetype. Oh, you got 3 boards there that all ride completely different. So the Wayfinder is, you got a lot of setback, a lot of flap in the nose on that thing. It's like really surfy. In it, the Nitro Banker is like great for bank slalom turns, carving, ripping a turn. The Archetype is just like the best powder board I've personally ever ridden. You know what? Get the Banker, man. I think it's probably the most versatile out of the 3. Leo last name. Bibs or pants? I'm a pants guy. Kevin's a bibs guy. I don't like bibs. I don't like being restricted and shit like that. I don't know. I also wear really long coats, and I wear a puffy that's super long on pow days that I've never had snow shoot up my back or anything. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, let's see what we got here. Fizzle, your wealth of knowledge and insight. You are a wealth of knowledge and insight. How do you not have a shit ton of subscribers? Because I started fucking late to the game. My thumbnail game is not strong. My edits still have issues. I'm editing on computers that are probably this one is a late model 2011 that I bought refurbished, so it's about as upgraded as it can be. This one over here is late 2012 that I'm running an actual external hard drive so that it can process it. The other thing is I'm not a real good editor. I'm okay. I'm not good. I know like the direction of things like that. The other thing is I have strong opinions. Strong opinions scare weak-minded people. So there's always that. Yeah. So we just got a super chat from Drew Wisner. Thanks for all the great info today. May your pow be deep this coming season. Right back at you, bud. I think we're actually going to have a really good season this year, just judging by how things are. So hopefully that it works with that. Blake Sirius, are Gundam stick boards truly worth the high price tag? I mean, they're a limited run. There's that. Not everyone's going to have them, but I mean, it's a dentist snowboard. It's like people that have cash to burn. I do know from a lot of people that if you buy the mass-produced ones and not the hand-built ones, that they ride better, and those are the ones that are cheaper. So the cheaper ones tend to be better. Linares, got a DOA, a Cosa Nostra, and an Arbor Relapse. Is it worth adding a sushi, or would it overlap too much? There'd be some overlap with that Cosa Nostra, but not a lot. The good thing about the sushi is that you could take it out in the spring in the slush and just have this little dart that you could rip around. Plus, if you hunt around online, you can find last year's ones for like $239. So I say for $239 US, fucking buy it, dude. Let's see. T25, you need unpaid intern. I had unpaid interns. Then I had to write like letters of recommendation and get them jobs, and now they're high-functioning members of Snowboard Society, and they make more money than me. It's scary, and they're probably going to end up being my boss at some point. Let's see what we got here. Oh, what's going on here? Zadras, I'm the only one in my team that rides a full camber board. I appreciate all the other shapes, but straight camber is my thing. Have a Capita, NOS, but any recommendations on full camber decks? Interior Plane Project, Honolulu. right off the bat. Rome Mod Camber. Let's see what else is out there. You could do a Capita Outsiders too, but you might not like that. What else is out there? There's the Marhar Dark Side. Academy is making cambered snowboards. The Ride Kink is cambered. K2's got more cambered stuff this year as well. You got plenty of options for camber right there. So yeah, it's kind of a vague question. So like, kind of just threw a couple options at you there. Face Skater, I have a Powder Alliance pass for this season, so I get to ride Loveland and Monarch. Which one would you recommend to ride at for my Colorado trip? Check the snow conditions. If Monarch has been getting hit and it's midweek, go there over Loveland because it gets way less traffic. If you're coming in on a weekend, Monarch all the way because you're not going to get all the shit show of people coming from Denver off I-70. Let's see. Teddy in Japan, Angry, would you ever do a review on a skunk ape? Oh, fuck yeah, I would. Unfortunately, my rep just didn't have one for me. I got to actually talk to him when he gets back from Disneyland and see what I can learn up in the future from him. But he should have one in his demo fleet that I can get on. So, yeah. There you go. John M., are you guys planning to do reviews on signal boards? I've just got to email Mark over there. We were leaving some comments back and forth on Instagram, and they basically just said, hey, hit up Mark Reninga, and we'll try to make it happen. I'm really looking forward to getting on some stuff. I really loved the Yup in the past, and I think the Sierra was a great board and stuff. Okay. Tom T. Ooh, hypothetical question. Okay, you buy one board this season. Your quiver burned up in the house fire, so the new one will have to last you for the rest of your life. What board would you choose and why? It would be a Captain Mercury. It would either be a Captain Mercury or Nitro Dropout, but it would probably be the Captain Mercury. It's got a traditional-looking shape. It's a directional twin. It's all mount freestyle. It's a rad dad board. It's got a great flex to it. I could ride it in POW, Park, Groomers, Slush, Chunder, Rails, Jumps. I could do everything with it. That's where it is, man. So, yeah. I think kind of everyone knows that would be the one I would go to. Jimmy81R, enjoy watching your channel and your reviews. Thanks for the great content. Get Kevin to chase you around and give us a little footage of you riding these boards. Just a few clips. I want you to understand that Kevin and I rode together 3 days last year, and 2 of them were at a demo. Like, he and I are on such opposite schedules. We pretty much just like, I sent an email and I was like, these are the topics you need to know about, and we're going to talk, and then we get together. Like, we really, just with like his work schedule, my work schedule, and everything, we don't really hang out that much, and that's just kind of how it is. So, yeah. Maggots World, holy shit, you're still here. It's the final stream. It's Angry Late Night, man. This is how these things go. 3 hours later, I start getting loopy and need to eat some sugar or something. Someone usually starts throwing money at me in Super Chat to say weird shit, and then out of nowhere, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to bed. And that's kind of how these things go. Dominic White, have you ridden the Arbor Annex? I have not. I think Kevin got like 1 lap on it, and it wasn't enough for him to even get an opinion. He's like, I really need to ride it. It's one of those ones we're gonna definitely hit up Tony, our Arbor rep, and see what we can get from him. They also Arbor got a new brand manager, so I don't really know who to talk to over there just yet. But once I can get things rolling, Arbor's always been good to work with in the past, so I'm hoping that'll continue because they got a lot of stuff that we need to ride. It was a really hard year to get stuff for the reviews, and it was and Arbor unfortunately was one that missed out. So yeah. We're going to definitely try to get on that. So, yeah, there's kind of that. Kevin Soto, what's your favorite camber profile? I like a really low traditional camber with either like a micro flat section to the tips, or like micro flattened rocker, or like a cam rocker. I like it really needs to be more playful between the feet. Like the new Capita simulator, I really like that camber profile on there. So yeah, let's see what we got going on here. Just as only, what's the deal with those Chamonix brand boards by the house? Are they like the Payless shoe brands or something? It's yeah, that's literally what it is. It's a house brand, which ironically enough, I saw them for sale on Target's website. That was really weird to see, a snowboard being sold on Target's website through their third-party affiliate program or whatever. So, yeah, there was that. But, yeah, I don't know. I think someone's knocking at my door. I can fuck off. In the middle of shit here. Linares stomp pads. Yes, no. Any favorites? I don't use them. They're training wheels. I mean, if you're going to get one, get a crab grab. At least it's cool. So, you got that going on. Has there been Blake Siros? Has there been any consideration reviewing Karua shapes or United shapes? James Beastie from the Good Ride was hoarding the Karuas. I couldn't get them. United shapes, I've actually done. Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking busy. I'll be right back. Never mind. So, Marcus, come here. Yes, guys, I got the black snowboarder.
I was hoping you'd still be doing this shit.
Oh, dude, it's the final live stream.
I was trying to look at your schedule so I could just see when to show up and be a dick.
Oh, look, it's the black snowboarder.
What's up, fuckos?
There's a lot of people in here.
Why do this many people even want to watch you?
I don't know. I miss you.
Hi.
I miss you, buddy.
Hi, John M. How are you?
Everyone misses you.
I miss me.
The internet misses you and Ask a Black
Snowboarder of Death.
No, he's not the Black Snowboarder of Death. You spelled Marcus wrong. It's with a C, not a K.
It is a C.
It is. Oh, my God. I miss this kid.
Huh.
Yeah. This is what happens. I promised that there would be a random guest. You didn't get Kevin. You got Marcus.
I've been planning on crashing this shit all day.
You didn't even answer my text earlier when I sent you.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yeah. You never answered me, cocksucker.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even know I got a text back.
Yeah. I'm going to double check and make sure I'm telling the truth about that. Yeah, I did. I definitely answered you.
Did you?
Yep, back in Frisco now. See?
No. It never showed up on my phone.
Why is your phone fucking stupid?
I don't know. Maybe it's
what are you talking about? What are you even doing?
I'm answering snowboard questions.
76 people?
Yeah, more people are showing up because you're here, because there's a celebrity now. Yeah, they're starstruck. Anyone have any questions for the black snowboarder?
Yeah, what you got? Hit me.
Yeah, come on, people. What you got?
What happened to Aspen?
Wait a minute. It seems like it was all the rage and full of glitz and glamour a decade or more ago, and now no one talks about it. It's all Vail and Breck. What's wrong with Aspen? Nothing. Aspen just has so much money that they don't have to market. Vail just markets.
Yeah. Well, and like the town of Aspen is, believe it or not, still more expensive than Summit County. So Summit County is like the affordable vacation spot, but it's also the more affordable spot for like your run-of-the-mill snowboard bum to actually live within 20 miles of the mountain they ride.
Hey man, someone wants to know. Pro Dish wants to know what desk you have right now. What kind of desk? What you got at work? What desk you rocking these days?
What desk you have right now?
Yeah, what desk?
I can show a photo of my desk. I just packed up my desk. My assignment just ended. So
wait, are you moving back?
Don't know yet. I'm on PTO for like 3 or 4 weeks. Sabbatical.
Oh, okay.
While I wait to find out.
Fiskator. So is Aspen worth riding? Is it super crowded even on weekdays in January, February? A busy day at Aspen is like 10 people in the lift line with you. Go ride Aspen. Just go.
All right.
Oh, here's a good one. Corey Chan asks, has Zeb Powell absorbed your youth?
I mean, probably. That kid fucking crushes it.
Dude, next level, man. Next level.
That's what my desk looks like.
He's got a desk. You see that, people? That's his desk.
That's the desk that I don't actually work on. The other one just has multiple computer screens.
Yeah.
And beers. There's usually beers on it too.
It's okay. At least you can drink. Yeah. You got that going for you. Kevin Soto asks, any new board you're hyped on this season, Marcus? Do you
guys think I snowboard?
When was the last time you snowboarded?
I couldn't ride because of that work, so I will get to start riding.
Can you out-party Russell Winfield?
Uncle Russ ain't got shit on me.
Yeah, he's like 70 now.
He never had shit on me.
That's right.
Can't hang.
Yeah. Oh, shit, we're lagging. It's all Marcus' fault. Black man shows up and the internet just goes out.
Hey, if Kim K broke the internet, so can I.
Kim K is a pile of suck.
Fact.
I did like when people were taking that photo of her butt and putting it on cloth.
It would lag on my question. Sorry, guys.
And but I really liked when they were putting the Kim K on the coffee maker, and it made it look like she was just streaming diarrhea out her fat ass because she's a pile of shit. Ugh. Yes. Yeah. Also, Kanye bought a ranch up in
What kind
Jackson.
of work holds you back from snowboarding? I got sent to Nike headquarters to work for what was supposed to be 6 months, turned into 9. Yeah, and I just living the 9-to-5 lifestyle, and it's about an hour and a half from Hood, and I didn't take my car with me at first, so I just didn't really have a way to snowboard. I took my stuff with me. I just, logistics.
Logistics,
Yeah.
yes, all the logistics in the world. So, yeah, but he's here now.
He's here.
Does anyone have any more questions for Ask a Black Snowboarder?
Highly doubt it.
I think someone asked me to do blackface earlier, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Reason is fair. Thank you. I appreciate that. It is pretty badass. It's a lot of fun.
Corey Cham, if top fives and Ask a Black Snowboarder merge, will we finally get dark fives? I feel like it would be more like mocha fives.
Mocha fives.
Yeah, mocha fives, and we would just be drinking coffee that's not really coffee because I don't drink coffee because it's ass. And yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact: my complexion is exactly mocha. If you go to those Starbucks Frappuccinos, hold that shit up, the mocha flavor, that's skin tone. Perfect.
Skin tone.
It's exact. I am mocha colored.
And according to him, I'm Aryan light.
I've never said that.
Yes, you
You
have.
said that and wished that I would say it about you.
Or maybe it was Nordic light.
No, I just called you French.
No, you
I
referred to
called
me.
you French and told you you were clear.
Oh, well, that's very true. Look at how white I am in this. Like, this is my summer tan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Let's see. Teddy in Japan, is pimping easy?
Bitch, please.
There you go. You have it. They're telling me to give you a chair.
Nah, that one I will.
No, that won't. You heading to the bar?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. We're gonna go dial up Uncle Russ. We're gonna hit the club.
It's past his bedtime. He's probably asleep. He's
That's
old.
right.
All right.
You can
Just put him in his wheelchair and wheel him out.
Evian transparent.
Oh, I'm definitely Evian transparent. Fucking dude. Oh my god. You put like a flashlight up to my skin, you can see all my veins. It's amazing. Like, and the light still shines through. It's freaking hilarious. So
My current setup hasn't changed. I didn't get any new stuff last year, so it's the same. Still double barrel and open road,
yeah. Marcus is
both with cartels on them.
is that a goggle display case to my right? Yes, that is an old Sabre case that's full of like camera lenses and miscellaneous bullshit that doesn't matter. Let's see what we got here. Why are people asking real questions? We got Marcus now.
Oh, I told you they weren't here for me. See, the count's going down. People are leaving.
Oh, dude, you're scaring them away, man.
Right.
You didn't even pull out a gun. All right, Marcus, we love you.
You guys all suck, and I hate you. Bye.
Ask a Black Snowboarder, everybody. No one thought that was going to happen. So, yeah. Let's see what else we got going on here. I thought I saw a serious question. Goddamn serious questions. What the fuck is this shit? Let's see. Linares, how many runs do you do on a board before you have an opinion formed? It's not the runs, it's the amount of vertical feet that I do. I typically try to get something like about 25,000 vertical feet on a board, just with the way I test. Like I can do a full huge lap at Copper or A Basin, where I just clock a ton of vertical and loop around the whole mountain and everything to go over it. There's a whole process. I actually want to do a whole video where I break down like what the actual process looks like, so you guys can see like what the consistency in the runs are like, and how I just go out and I try to hit the same side hits, the same conditions over and over and over again, and do it. Unless it's a powder day, all bets are off on a powder day because I'm like, fuck it, I'm spraying and slaying. So Blake Suros, in both your humble opinions, well, Marcus is gone, so it's just me. What are the odds the LibTech Oracle will sustain its madly inflated eBay prices deep into the future? I think we got maybe one season left with it, and then it'll flood the market, and it won't be the super hyped board that it is, unless LibTech is very clear with the amount that they make and sell, so that you know that it is very limited, and it won't be one of those boards that you suddenly start finding at the end of the season severely discounted at 50 to 60% off. So, yeah. Chickley Bro, we all heard about the 100+ boards tested, but how many actual personal POW days did you get last year? Oh my God, dude. I think I wrote 160 days, and I think I got over 100 days in POW. I took a lot of personal POW days. Like when I was in Utah, yeah, I was testing some stuff. I got to ride the way I wanted to when I was out there with Alan Russell and stuff, and I was just like looping shit. So it was, it was super fun just being able to go out and just ride. I got a bunch of days on my Archetype, a couple days on my Cool Bean. Just like almost every day of the season, there was some snow on the ground. It was amazing. Let's see what we got here. We got a super chat from David Tang. Rode camber as a teen, riding LibTech terrain wrecker, and yes, jackpot. Missed the feel of camber. Explain camber 2.0 recommendations. Carving group. So all camber 2.0 is like traditional camber is contact point to contact point. There's an arc. Camber 2.0, instead of having like the apex of the arc, it basically comes up and just flattens right out, and then it goes back down. And it eliminates like that rebound point right between the feet where it really fights you. That's really it. It's in terms of carving and groomers, it rides like camber, but without as much fight in it. Like you don't feel the load in your knees. So like for any of you older guys out there that rode camber and love camber, but you notice at the end of the day you feel fatigue or stress in your knee, you don't have as much of that in there from the rebound pushing up into the bottom of your foot. So there's that. Tom T, serious question. Did everyone hype the reviews on the Sims boards because of nostalgia? And will they even exist in 2021? I really liked some of the Sims stuff. The Tom Sims Pro was just an amazing carving board. It was really good. I think there are people that definitely did do it. So the thing with Sims right now is it's like a licensing agreement. Never Summer had it, and I don't think they have it anymore. But there's still Sims boards in Japan that aren't even built by Never Summer. Like those are just completely different shapes. I found a Sims Japan catalog, and the shapes looked fucking phenomenal. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? It's like a completely different company over there. So, that. Oh my God, everyone and their brother is trying to hit me up. Sorry, guys. Everyone and their brother fucking late at night, and suddenly they're like, I got to talk to Avran. He's the only one around. Anyways, let's get back into these questions. Jason asks, have you ridden Silverton? Is it worth the trek to the middle of nowhere, or am I better off just splitboarding in easier to reach spots? I haven't been to Silverton, but I got a lot of friends that go there that are splitboard guides, and they're like, it's just fucking unreal. I would say it's worth the trek, man. I think it's like if you're down in Telluride or Ridgeway or anything like that, definitely go and do it. And Jason with the $50 super chat. Rad Dad Life is calling. Thanks for the streams. Hey man, no worries. Glad I could entertain. Keep raising those kids right. Make them snowboarders, not skiers. Let's see what we got here. Will S. Avran, what are the differences between the Rome black label binding and the Katana? They share the same frame, correct? They do. So the big thing with the black label is there's a new proprietary technology in how the high back is made and how it welds the seams or something. Kevin knows way more about it and can describe it, but it's a proprietary technology and it's the first of its kind. So it's a whole new technology, but it eliminates like a two-piece construction in the high back. I understand about it. So yeah, there's that. Jake XSV, your thoughts on doing goggle reviews? God, dude, they fucking suck. I hate doing them, and I've got to finish like 3 more, and I'm just like, fuck. It's like it makes sense to do them, but at the same time, like I have superhuman vision. I have 2012 vision now since I got eye surgery, and I'm just like distortion on it. So yeah, totally random to talk about that, but like goggle reviews, they make sense. I mean, people definitely are looking for reviews of everything. I don't know. Some days I feel like I'm the Marcus Brownlee of freaking snowboarding, except his videos are way more polished. So, sorry, someone's having a personal emergency. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. What else we got floating around here? Face skater, dude, I can see Nike headquarters from my apartment. Well, you could probably go ride snowboards with Marcus, so that would be fun for you. Let's see what else we got going on here. Maggots World, I'm thinking of going to the Finnish Arctic Circle. Should I? I don't know. It's your life. Go do whatever you want with it. What do you need my validation for? Let's see. O3 Builder, when will the niche Maelstrom drop? Hyped to ride it. My guess is that they should be showing up at the niche office this month, which means that they should be showing up to the other, to like their shops probably by October. I mean, they should be out before Black Friday. Hopefully they're not having any lateness or stuff. So going on with that. Marcus, what do you need? Get over here. He's making really awkward gestures at me, and I'm scared. Oh, let's see. Oh, Corey Chan, I couldn't think of another joke in time. Something. Can we make Marcus the blackest snowboarder if you get him on No Bad Days, Black Snowboard, and Rome Black Label bindings? Jesus. That's a lot of black. Should we get him blacked out lenses too?
I have that already.
Oh, well, there you go. You got a rental car?
Yeah.
What'd they give you?
A Ford Fusion Hybrid.
Ooh, they don't even make those anymore.
It's a 2020.
Really? I thought they were discontinuing and going to all SUVs. Or maybe that's 2021. Like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, what do you think? You want to ride an all-black board, all-black binding, all-black everything?
Sure.
And then, you know, you'll really be the pepper in the salt shaker.
I'm down.
All right.
Send it to me. I'll ride it.
Yeah, we'll make this happen. So, yeah, anyways. What else we got going on here? Oh, by the way, the Face Skater can see the Nike headquarters from his house. He wants to go snowboard with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where do you live, man?
Yeah. He definitely lives in Portland, so.
No, he lives in Beaverton, if you can see. Well, I guess if he's up on the hill in Portland, you might be able to see it.
Yeah, sorry, Beaverton, my bad. But yeah, let's see. Maybe he'll go ride with you. So there you go. Yep, Beaverton.
Well, no, I know you live in Beaverton. I mean where? That you can see campus.
One question from Tom T. Last question, then back to work. What U.S. resort would you recommend for a Scandinavian visiting for the first time? Baker for the history or somewhere else? Well, if Baker's got snow, go for sure. Definitely. Otherwise, what would you recommend?
For Washington?
Or just in general? Like for snowboarding, where would you go? I'd say go to Aspen because you got 4 mountains to choose from and it's not going to be crowded. Otherwise,
awesome.
Otherwise, maybe somewhere out like Brighton and Utah, because then you got Solitude right up there in the canyon as well.
I mean, southwestern Colorado is sneaky good, and it's usually not crazy.
Yeah, Telluride, Durango, Silverton. You got all that down there.
Just gotta hit it when it's got like when they get hit with.
Yeah, I'd say check the snow reports before you dedicate to anything. Whatever you do, though, don't come to Summit County because it's going to be crowded and you're going to hate it. It's a true story. Right, Marcus?
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah, apartments across the street. As campus is miles wide, so there are a lot of apartments across all of the streets. But I'm guessing you're probably talking about like either Jenkins or Murray. But got you.
All right. Anyone got any more questions for the black snowboarder here? Oh, actually,
House is sick.
I haven't been, but I want to go. Here's one from Nick Barnes. Pizza, tacos, or burgers, which is king? I feel like pizza because you can have taco pizza and cheeseburger pizza.
Correct.
But you can't have like pizza tacos because that's just really a pizza roll that's open face. Like pizza burgers are not fun.
I think I gotta go pizza. Yeah, it's a lot of ways to do it. You can get a lot of it. It's sort of like sandwiches. You can basically turn any meal into a sandwich. You can almost turn any meal into a pizza.
This is true. Actually, Colorado, when I first moved here, Bojo's did that.
Oh, off Walker. Okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
But yeah, Bojo's did that, and everyone was like, we're going to go get Bojo. It was the worst fucking pizza I've ever had. I was just like, oh, this is garbage. It's like, you can't call this pizza. This is like fucking rich people bread that's been baked open face. Yeah.
I'm right out the corner of Milliken and Murray.
Oh, here's one. This goes back to our 80s nostalgia from Teddy Japan. He-Man or Thundercats? Thundercats all the way, man.
Thundercats 100%. I mean, although my first bike was a He-Man bike. Like, it was fucking sick.
You know they're remaking He-Man? There's like 2 movies coming out in a Netflix series or some shit.
And I'm not even a little bit surprised by that.
Whatever. Thundercats. Ho! Chitara. So I'm just saying. Chitara. I'd have sex with an animal perfect Catwoman. The Island of Dr. Moreau's death would probably be really freaky and weird. I'd probably get like cat scratch fever and die.
You gonna keep going? You done?
I'm done. I'm done. We're good.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm not. Most of my friends ride Meadows, so I have a feeling that's where I'm going to end up. But we'll see. I mean, I still don't know if I'm going to be there long term. So I mean, there's a possibility that I could be back here in the next month. I don't know in the next 3 to 4 weeks whether I'm staying there or.
Does this mean you're living on my couch?
No, I mean I'll be able to find a place.
Okay, hopefully.
But I'm the master of finding housing.
This is true. Well, can't we just kick out the guy that replaced you?
They actually have talked about that.
They don't like him, do they?
No, I don't think they dislike him, but they just. Tom's like, we'll end that lease in a heartbeat if you need to come back.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Thanks for the super chat, Tom T. Really appreciate that, bud. Let's see what we got going on here. Rat Putin. Ooh, poutine. Rat poutine.
Interesting.
Right. I just started a snowboard club at my school and ended up getting about 120 extra students out of nowhere.
Nice.
Do you guys have any advice for organizing them and anything else? Welcome to herding cats. Yeah, you're herding cats at this point. Shock collars and tasers. I don't know. A cattle prod. Booze. I don't know what you do I don't know how old they are. I don't know what you do to organize something like that. Like, I have a hard time organizing 5 people to meet up for my birthday at Beaver Creek. 120, I'd be fucked.
Yeah. We cap out at around 7 people.
Yeah.
We can't really advise beyond that.
Yeah. If 8th person shows up and we start losing people and I'm off making my own trail down the trees and everyone's just going, we need to put a fucking bell on them.
I'm the one saying.
Yeah, that's usually you. Yeah, this is true.
That's always me.
That's always you. You're the voice of reason.
Which is fucking terrifying.
You're the voice of reason. Dylan, for some reason, is gapping 100 feet further than he has to off a cat track.
Yeah, well, what else are we supposed to do?
I don't know what we do, and it's weird. And then we all make plans for dinner, and then I'm the only one that shows up.
When did that happen?
That happened 2 years in a row. We were like, we're going to meet here for dinner, and I literally walked down, and I was like, I'm the only one here. So,
Definitely Hokkaido.
Yeah, Hokkaido. Are we going to Hokkaido? We should. We'll talk.
A lot of vacation time.
Well, that's nice. I'm quitting my
Liquor store job?
Yes, my pseudo real job. They're kind of scared about that. So yeah, let's see what we got going on here.
Where are they going to get all their complaints from?
Let's see.
In grade 12, you must be Canadian.
Are you in there with Ricky? What about Cyrus? Like grade 12? Does that mean you're legally allowed to drink up there? Like, cause you guys are like, I don't know how to bribe these kids or to organize them. I think shock collars and whatever you do, don't turn them into a human centipede. That would be really bad.
I mean, I say go for it.
Yeah.
People are asking me a lot of questions.
Oh shit. Paul Falconbridge is here. It's 6:30 here in Cornwall, UK. Just woke up, and here you are live in the living room. Is it healthy to continue watching? I've got the rest of the day ahead of me. I don't know. There was 3 other live streams already today. We're at 2.5 hours in. The black snowboarder showed up. I've drank half of a 32-ounce of Gatorade. I'm going to have to pee at some point or probably just go into diabetic shock. I don't know what to tell you, what's good or what's not. Yeah. Hey, he's down with the shock collar idea, Marcus. He's down. He's in British Columbia.
I told you he was fucking Canadian.
Well, at least they're polite. Unlike us.
Yeah. You people all say grade 12. Yes, I throw you people out just for fun.
You're allowed to say you people.
No, it's great.
So, yeah. All right. Everyone's just saying angry late night, legendary. Would have only been better if Kevin had randomly shown up out of the blue for some reason.
Wow. Then you run the risk of having to see him after the divorce.
She's not even in the state right now. Love you, Marcus. Have fun raiding the bar.
Bye, Internet.
He says goodbye. So there you go. All right. Will S. asks, Avran, what boards have graphics on the deck or base that you feel are cool enough to hang on the wall as art? None. I don't know. They're snowboards. I run over rocks. Actually, that's a lie. I really loved the Heart Hands Sin Eater collection from Interior Plane Project. I have one that's wall art to me, and the Bloodlines Interior Plane Project collection. I have that one as well. I just love that it says Bloodlines. It doesn't say Interior Plane Project. It just says Bloodlines. Like, has nothing to literally do with the brand at all. Just like what the graphics were for that year. I really like that. So yeah. Let's see what we got going on here. We got a few more questions. Linares, most people ride different bindings on different boards. You don't. Is that something you would recommend for other people or just a personal choice? Personal preference comes into it for me. I just like consistency. It's the same boot, the same binding. It's just like with my car, I bought the exact same tires that were on it. So like it just gives me the exact same ride. Like I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to go replace these hand cooks with the exact same hand cooks. And so there was that. For me, it's a consistency thing when I'm product reviewing that I have the same binding on everything with the same boot. It's not like if you ever look at the Good Ride, he's riding like 20 different boots and he's got like 10 different bindings and there's no consistency. Then again, he just rides everything off his back foot anyways. So yeah. Let's see what we got going on. I think I missed a few one. A few more questions. NQS, Buddy wants an easy-to-ride beginner board for size 13 boots. Just put them on like any of the wide beginner boards. Like there's the Arbor Formula wide, the Rosnell Templar wide. You can put them on the Yes Libre, I believe, or even a Yes Basic wide. Was it the Rome Garage Rocker wide? You pretty much just go find one of those boards that's like sub $400 wide that just says for someone learning to progress, and you'll be fine. And you can buy him like a 2-year-old one for probably like $180 to $230. So, he really doesn't need anything fancy if he's just starting out. Let's see. What else we got going on here? Matthew Omelette. Hey, it's Friday the 13th. Time to go full Jason on everyone on Omagel. I don't know. I'm going to sit down and watch like 3 Friday the 13th movies after I end this live stream, and it's going to be fucking glorious. NK, what's the deal with Summit County being so much more crowded than Aspen? It's 56 miles from Denver. It's a straight shot. Like you come right out past Golden and Morrison, and you hit 70, and it's straight. Like you have like two little canyons you go through, but it's for the most part like you can hit cruise control and be here. 56 miles. I've made it from Breck to Denver in under 40 minutes if I've really wanted to. Thank God the cops didn't catch me. But that's what it is. It's the proximity to Denver that makes it. We've become a suburb of Denver. Aspen, from Denver, you're talking on a good day, maybe 2.5, 3 hours if you really push it, but you're more like 4. It's really, really what it is. So there. Matthew, whatever you do, don't watch the reboot of Friday the 13th. It's like, come on, man, it's Trenchcoat Jason. You get Trenchcoat Jason. You're like, why the fuck is this motherfucker wearing a goddamn trench coat and trying to stab people? Would that trench coat get caught on shit? It's Trenchcoat Jason. Friday the 13th favorite death. Oh, I like when Jason Lives, when he kills the guy right after he gets resurrected. He just like crushes his head. That one. But to be honest, the sleeping bag death is legendary. I really appreciate the sleeping bag death. That one is one of my personal favorites. Oh, let's see what we got here. I think I missed a few comments here. Got a bunch of graphic questions. In your opinion, who's got the best and who's got the worst graphics in the industry? I always think that Interior Plane Projects has the cleanest graphics. Not necessarily the best. Burton's stuff is kind of garbage lately, in my opinion. It's just like fucking weird, blotchy shit. I don't know. Nitro, in my opinion, though, like when you really look at, like, they've always just been consistently metal, and that's it. So like we're metal, and that's all you get. And I love the fact that it just remains metal at all times. So that's always super solid. It's always super, super solid. So yeah. Let's see what we got going on here. Paul Falconbridge, Avran, come on over to Europe. Working on it. Like, I got to be realistic. Like, take a trip or save the money and be able to hire a staff and take a trip later. That's kind of the realistic thing. Like, I'm trying to grow everything to a sustainable business with multiple employees. And unfortunately, if I like blow money to take a trip or anything, it kind of cuts into the long term. Like, I've always played the long game with this. It's like I'm running a marathon, not a sprint, like some of these people out here. So, Teddy in Japan, 3D deaths were meant to be seen in 3D. This is very true. Friday the 13th Part 3 is funny. The spear gun death is always really good. There's just so many deaths in that series that are just super funny. When they're on the boat and he kills the chick with the guitar, that's always a good one too. So, yeah. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing some questions here, but I don't think I am. Best 3D board tech. I like Sideways Rocker from Marhar because it's so just, it's not obscene. It's there. You don't really see it. You can't visually look at it unless you put a straight edge on the board and look for it. So yeah, it's kind of how I feel about that. 3BT is a little bit overkill, and like Burton's Scoop is a little bit overkill. So, oh well. If we're going to talk about trash reboots, we need to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street because that was fucking garbage. Jackie Earle Haley was just squandered in that role. That movie was fucking garbage. B King's personal favorite boards go Mountain Park, Freestyle Pow. Here's how it goes. Capita Simulator, Endeavor Archetype, K2 Cool Bean, Telos / Dinosaurs Will Die, Brewster, Nitro Dropout. Those are boards that I'm either picking up or I own. So. Oh, let's see what we got going on here. Christian called, hey, Avran, pairing nitro team bindings with magic carpet for resort power side hit shenanigans. Thanks for the amount of work you're doing. So the team binding should pair very well with magic carpet, and that should give you exactly what you're looking for, a twin freestyle power board. Magic carpet is actually probably one of the best battalion boards, and it's so underrated. I need to recommend that more, I think. Linares, what's your take on Winter Stick? Good rides or just wall art? Well, so that is a Winter Stick. I rode 2 of them. Kevin rode 1. So we got 3 of them this year. And, you know, the Party Wave was fun and an interesting ride. The Volare there was meh. Kevin liked the Westcott. I mean, they're kind of like, you know, they're 2/3 of the boards they let me take were good, but that one was kind of a disappointment. And I let my boss at the liquor store I work at take it. I mean, the guy's been snowboarding since '84, and he's always wanted to ride a Winter Stick. Came back and he's like, okay, yeah, I can check that off. It's not something I'd ever buy. And I was like, that's kind of just how I feel about it. It's not anything against the company. I just don't think they're like mind blowing. So, yeah. That's kind of everything I got going on. We got 65 people in here. Who's got questions? Who's got questions? Linares, you see their guys at Palma all the time. Yeah, I think they come down from Jackson and stuff. So it's one of those things. But for me, man, it just wasn't as mind-blowing an experience as I thought it was going to be. I mean, we live in a day and age where there's just so many fucking good snowboards out there. So if you just make an average snowboard, it kind of sucks. Jason Harker, thanks for the suggestion on getting K2 formulas yesterday. Picked up a pair last night. Thanks again. Oh, got to ban this guy. And you go in your timeout. And then I will report you. And harassment and bullying. And report. There we go. Yeah, no, that guy's done. He's gone. Fuck that guy. I hope he gets syphilis in his ass and his sphincter falls out and then his mother trips over it and he dies. So, yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, anyways. Oh, yeah, he's reported. He's fucking done. B Kings, there's so many boards out there. Would you recommend buying the ones you like, then trying them out to see if you like them, and then sell the ones you don't? I would say just go to a demo where you can test them for free or for really cheap and do it that way. Like any good shop that has a demo program, if you demo a board and it's like $50 a day, they usually will put 2 days worth of demo, so that's $100 towards the purchase of a new board. So when I used to have like a demo section in the shop I worked at, I'd tell people, I was like, it's $45 for the day. If you want to swap out midday to something, I'm not going to charge you another $45. We're just going to change your paperwork, whatever. And I'd have people that would go out like 2 or 3 boards in a day. And Jesus Christ. This guy is just a fucking pile of shit. Hope he fucking just killed himself. So. Dude's probably. Yeah, well, he's gone. So, but yeah, when I worked in a demo shop, what I would do is I would put people out like 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 different boards in the day, and usually within 2 days they'd get like 4 to 6 boards that they would ride, and then I would take that 2-day demo fee and put it towards the purchase of the board, and it really wouldn't cost us anything because there's people that just want to demo a board without buying anything, and like we would make so much money off the demo itself. Sports Fury, what if he was going to kill himself, but now he's going to kill you first, then himself? Jesus Christ, where the fuck are these retards coming from? I need to get a moderator for myself here. So, yeah. Okay. Shit. Must be sad to go through life and be that pathetic. I mean, he probably has no penis. He's a eunuch. He's probably raped by the postman or something. Fuck him. I don't care. Like a bad case of herpes. They always come back. So, fuck that guy. Yeah, it is a full moon and it is Friday the 13th for at least another 14 minutes here. How bored that child brain thing must be. Yeah, well, whatever. Some people suck dicks with their butthole. He probably also listens to The Good Ride, so fuck him. He doesn't matter. David Jang, goggle strap outside the helmet or inside the helmet, man. You don't look like a fucking goober with that shit and like bobblehead. Great kazoo shit going on all the time. Andrew Thoppel, any tips on transitions from skateboarding to snowboarding? Skateboarding will actually give you more balance when you come into snowboarding. Just be aware that instead of being able to jump off when you get wheel bite, you're gonna smack. That's kind of how it is. Chickley Bro, forward lean only good for big lines. I don't run forward lean at all. My boot has a natural amount of it that's perfect for me. A lot of people don't get that, and so they're always like, "Oh, I gotta crank the forward lean, and it's gonna make me bend my knees." And I was like, "Your boot already has like 7 to 12 degrees in it, you know." So yeah. John M. Now Skate Tech. I know you like it. Why don't you ride it? I have cartels thinking of trying them out. That's actually one of the brands that I'm talking to. See about being my replacement for my K2s is just going to now because they've got that little the plate for the Skate Tech, so you can just pop the kingpin and then just drop them on. So I could get like 10 of those and just mount them on boards and just have them sitting in the car. So when I get done, I could just be like, whoop, drop it, put it back in, and go out and ride. It would make testing so much easier. So it is something that I am considering. What do we got going on here? Yeah, the House of Powder. Dude, what's the deal with that? Like, everyone I've talked to that's gone to it has been super disappointed. I feel like, and everyone's like, oh, but it's the bald face of Japan, and everyone's like, it's flat. Like, what the hell is up with House of Powder? FYI, it's not two guys behind me. That is a chick. That's a dude. They're doing their thing. Don't worry about them. Is it really? Is House of Powder really that flat as fuck? God, man. I'm not making you a moderator, so chill the fuck out. Yeah, so anyways, we're sitting here at 2 hours, 49 minutes, 65 people in here. Who's got some more snowboard questions or wants a story from Uncle Avran? And you are gone. Wow, House of Powder was flat. The guides were a bummer. Wow, man, that sucks. Phil Wang, any boards that are technically not great, but you love anyway? The DC Ply. I love that board, and it's such a basic ass board. So it's super, super funny. That board is just super, super basic, and just does what it needs to do. It's great. I love it. That one. There's a lot. Like even the Arbor Draft is another one. It's like those price point boards that just for some reason stick out. Like the Blackjack really shouldn't stick out as being a great board, but it's super solid. So. Sarajevo Flips. Are you going to review the Nitro Beast? I'm going to try. We'll see what we can do with that. So, yeah. Jesus Christ. Where the fuck did these stupid little trolls come from? Man. Must be pathetic that these people have control. They don't have a life. And you go to timeout. Bro, dude, you reach like 2.5 hours and they finally find you. Yeah, right? Like they got nothing else to do. Just sitting around thumbjacking their fart boxes, just being all butthurt. Oh, dude, it's totally one guy with one account that he's switching from. Your name's Chester Polecock. Wow, you really suck. Polecock. Could you imagine having that last name? Oh my god. That would be awful. I'd probably kill myself, much like this guy should. That's the thing. When was your last oh shit moment riding? That was this season, actually. I was trying to avoid the stupid skier that was flying out of the wiggle at A Basin, and so I cranked a hard turn and just dug my toe edge in, hit a rock with the side of my knee, and it popped my kneecap out. But I was like, well, I can't stop now. And I went off this like little 5-foot drop with my kneecap out. And I was like, I'm going to blow my knee. And when I hit, it popped back in. Nothing happened to my knee. I was fine within like 2 days. So, yeah. God, what's up with these people? Where's Johnny Snipes when I need him? That guy could be my fucking moderator anytime he wants. Fizzled, how many shop peeps give out bad advice on product? I was surprised how many told me to get a Never Summer Snow Trooper for boilerplate conditions. Oh my god. It's like it progressively gets worse the older I live. I'm just like, ugh. Man, you just see more and more and more going on and getting out there. I think there's just a lot of them that are ill-educated, or they're just self-educated and they're using the good ride, or not basing an opinion on anything, reading marketing spiel. Like you see it all the time. This fucking sucks, man. It just fucking sucks. So, yeah. Fortunately, I've been in shops and just sit there and you're just like, just face palm. It's so bad with how bad shop people is. Yeah, up here, like, because we have such a turnover rate of people, you see it in like a lot of the corporate shops that they'll just hire anything with a pulse. I mean, they could just be popping opioids for all you know, or just like rolling on mushrooms and Molly and being disco hippies and shit. And they're there. It's fucking absolutely atrocious. Yeah, good help is hard to find. That's the thing. Like, yeah. Chitty in Japan. Which would you rather poach? Deer Valley and Elton, Utah, or Mad River Glen in Vermont? Oh, Elton and Deer Valley. I would love to piss those fucking pretentious fucks off. Mad River Glen makes a joke about the fact that they don't allow snowboarding. So, yeah. Oh, well. Uh-oh, somebody knows where I live. Okay, I live at 310 South Ridge Street, Breckenridge, Colorado, 80424. Why don't you come pay a visit to me? The police station's 3 blocks away. I have a shotgun by my door. I'll put a fucking hole in you. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so scared. Someone knows where I live. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh, well. You know any good boot fitters in SLC? I don't know any good boot fitters in SLC, J. Crew. I'm sorry, my man. Sarajevo Flips. How does the Rome Buckshot compare to the Capita Outsiders? So the Buckshot is softer flexing, especially in the tips. It's a little more playful, a little more jibby than the Outsiders. It doesn't have the power that comes through when you're driving it through a carve or anything like that. So, Lynn Harris, Salty Peaks. Who's keeping these guys in business? They have 3-season-old boards, 10% off. Dude, I don't even know. I asked myself the same question. I'm like, how the hell does Salty still stay in business? Like, they never discount anything. There's like 20 billion cameras. Everyone is a thief. Like, you can literally get wrung out, and there's the guy at the door that checks you out. One of my favorite things to do when I'm in Salty Peaks is figure out where the hidden cameras are, pick up weird shit, and like keep looking at the camera and then put it down somewhere else and then move something else so they think I'm just like stealing and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Always go to Milo if you're in Salt Lake City. That's my theory. Oh no, my address is on the deep web. Okay, that's fine. I need to definitely get a moderator for next time. Yeah, Salty is such a weird store as a whole. Like, I never liked going there. Elvin's son, good morning. Still going strong? Still alive, my man. You know how it is. It's Angry Late Night. We're dealing with the weird people trolling in here. It's hilarious to watch me just ban them left and right. Goes to show that YouTube really does not do a good censor thing. I guess I got to go through and add all the racist words I can to like words that just automatically get people blocked. So there we go. Yeah, Michael Nyblom, definitely a moderator. Your live streams have grown too big for your own good. Yeah, clearly. They also go for way too long as is. So, but we're about to hit 3 hours. So why don't we finish this out? Let's do like 5 or 6 more questions. If you haven't swung over to Angrysnowboarder store and bought one of our mystery boxes, definitely check it out. You can use the code STREAM2 to save 11%, as well as use the code Late Night. That will save you 11% if you want to buy one. I think there's 5 left is what we have going on. Yeah, there's 5 mystery boxes left, so sizes are limited. Might not be the size that you're actually looking for, but it is there. Yeah. So, John Omler, favorite little brands excluding hard goods. Stinky Socks, Remind Insoles, Shred Soles, Crab Grab is really kind of cool, even though I don't use stomp pads. Let's see what else is out there. Drop Gloves. I really like Drop Gloves. Got to use a lot of their stuff in the last year. Let's see what else is out there. Salmon Arms is really cool as well. So, yeah, those are like kind of the little brands that I keep an eye on, stuff like that. Wish there was more like outerwear companies or technical companies that were still small that like made just really cool stuff, but they're not. Paul WB, what's the deal with mystery box sizing? Clothes size, foot size? It's apparel size, so it's t-shirts, hoodies, stuff like that. So a small is all small t-shirts, an extra large is all extra large t-shirts, hoodies, stuff like that. And then there's going to be other things thrown in there as well. So yeah. Let's see what else we got going on. Bro, dude, fell asleep in my chair twice already. The trolls woke me. Thanks for all the streams. Phil 2 now defunct. Yeah, they were like more of a race board company, and then they had some freestyles one. They had this weird like air bladder in their boards that you could pump up, and it would like change the flex pattern between the feet too. It was something I always wanted to ride because I was always curious about it. Actually, I don't think they're out of business because I thought I saw an F2 catalog for Japan. So they might not be around in English-speaking markets, but Japan they might be. So, yeah, there's that. Elvin's son, did you get a chance to ride the Nidecker Gunner Donut? Saw your mosquito review and loved the Snowsheriff shapes. I answered this question earlier, but so there's the gun right back there. The review of that should drop in the next week. I've ridden the donut, but it was like at a demo day, and I was riding with Dale Rayberg and shit, and we were just zipping around Copper, having fun. So yeah, there's that. Let's see what else we got going on. Sarajevo flips. Any quiver one boards? I'm more on the freestyle focus that I can still carve and sometimes go in powder. Check out the Jones Mountain Twin and the new Rome National. Those two really, really stick out as being great quiver of one boards that can kind of do everything you want. Let's see. Teddy in Japan, has anyone ever ridden a farmer board? I had the chance to get one from someone one time, and unfortunately, I didn't grab it. I should have. God, those things are fucking huge, though. I'd really like to try that out. B. King's favorite trick on a rail, nose press. All day, every day. It's my favorite trick to do. It's my go-to trick when I'm testing the flex of a board. Really, really love that. It's just like such an easy trick. I know it. It's stock. I can get into it and go on with my way and hit the next feature. So let's see what we got going on here. Phil Wang, fun powdered tree boards if you haven't gone over it yet. I like short fats for trees. So, Rosnell Sushi. K2. The Cool Bean's okay, but the Party Platter's actually better, or the Simple Pleasures if you really want to drive a carve. But the Party Platter really sticks out in there. The Rosnell Sashimi. There's the LibTech Short Fat, the LibTech Orca, the LibTech MC Wayfinder, although you have a lot of nose, so you got to be prepared to over-exaggerate your turns. The Marhar Lumberjack, the Marhar Woodsman. I really like those. I feel like those are really great powder boards that you can get into the trees, kind of surf around in there. The new Nidecker Mosquito is really good as well. If you haven't checked out the playlist for snowboard reviews on this channel, or any of the company ones that have the playlist, you should. There's so many POW boards because we had such a POW season this year that I was able to get on them. So yeah, let's see what we got going on here. I feel like I missed a few questions during all those spammers that we're getting in here. Paul Falkenbridge, I'm a surfer before snowboard. That's not to say I feel the same about both. I'm coming off a flat ripcord onto a custom Flying V. Have I made a mistake? No. I mean, you're going to get a board that you can really get back foot dominant when you get into fresh snow with. You're going to be able to surf with it if you want to on the snow, and like really get back and just slash a turn with it. It's a logical progression to go from flat to the hybrid with the V between it, and then you'll like work your way into like a camber 2.0, which is like a very minimal camber with a flat section of that. It's good. I think you're on the right track coming off of a ripcord, so don't sweat that. So yeah, you got this. Let's see. What else we got going here? Did you ever know of Beeline snowboards? If so, any opinions or stories? Yeah, I knew what they were. They were an old Denver brand. Never someone made them for them. No opinion either way. They were just another fucking snowboard brand that didn't make. Fizzled, how do you like the backslash for powder? I like it in low angle POW and trees. That's like, you're set, dude. You're good. You don't need another board. B Kings, do you know if there's any amateur snowboarding comps? Would love to give it a go one day. Check out USASA. It's the United States Amateur Snowboard Association. It's basically beer league competitions. A lot of people take it way too seriously for what it is. Yeah. So there's that. Are we getting lag, guys? Am I done? Sorry. And then Eris, how long before the next revolutionary invention like rotational bindings or dual boards rears its head again? Oh, we've already got it. It's the camber recalibrator. You can turn a camber board into a reverse camber board with this thing that like goes across, and then you mount your bindings through it, and it pulls from the insert packs up. Kevin and I've shown it to him. Like, we want to bring it for the Bad podcast. So the Bad Idea podcast. So there's that. Let's see. let's give this 3 more questions, and then I'm going to get out of here because we're over 3 hours right now. So final 3 questions. See what you guys got for me in there. Nick Barnes, cheers for all the reviews. I picked up my Smoking Awesome based off your review and absolutely love it. Great, dude. That board is a killer fucking board. So highly underrated asymmetrical board. So there's that. Yeah, the camber recalibrator. That is a horrible fucking idea. So, all right. Yeah, Michael Nyblom, good night. Glad you didn't die live. I feel like I'm dying, so stream's not over yet, guys. I haven't died yet. It might just commit seppuku over here, and then the trolls will win. So, yeah. Thanks again for everyone that tuned in, everyone that gave me a super chat, everything like that. Thanks for the guys that popped over to Angry Snowboarder Store and bought the mystery boxes. If you want to support us in other ways, you can always check out Angry Snowboarder VIP or just keep watching the videos. Any way you can do. Yeah, hopefully I gave you guys more than enough for the 11th anniversary of Angry. I love doing these like all-day live streams. It's really cool to see how everyone just sort of comes out. We're building a community over here. There's going to be a big announcement on some stuff that we're working on. I can't really spill the beans on it yet. I've been working on it for a while. But if I can get it out, definitely going to do that. So thanks again for everything, guys. I don't think we set the record. Or maybe we did. I can't remember if we bypassed it now. But we're close either way. So, yeah, I got to go call my friend who's freaking out about something. And if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments on any of the videos, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys.